Okay, it should be live.
Okay. Here we are. Hey, anybody there? Make sure I've got the right thing here. uh, okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, well, there's one. Hi. Yeah, me and Buddy's sitting here. He's chowing down on his chewy. He loves those things. They save me so much. I'll tell you, they really do. I'm really glad I found those because I don't know. It just keeps him busy, keeps him occupied. He's slowing down a little bit as he gets older. He'll be 3 at the end of November, believe it or not. And he's slowing down a little bit. He's sleeping more than what he used to. And he's, like I said, not jumping around quite as much, except for when Jose comes. He just loves Jose and Linda. But other than that, well, he's been really good. Hey, Julie. She said 76 degrees now in Indiana. Wow. Well, it's probably it's probably 90 something right now here. But yeah, we got the awning out and the fan on, and so sun's out. Beautiful day. Another beautiful day in the villages, as I say. Hey, Denise. And Skip went in to get him something to drink and bring his cookies out, I think. So depends on what he's drinking, as whether he has cookies or not. If he's drinking a beer, he doesn't eat cookies with his beer. But if he gets a glass of tea, he'll bring his cookies out. And I think that's what Betty's waiting on too. He noticed he was gone, so he's waiting to see if he brings any cookies out. So, but yeah, he'll be right there. He is. So, well, there's the answer. He brought a beer. So, let's see. Hey, Kevin, Elizabeth, and Fred and Patrick. Wow, everybody's just jumping on right quick. Billy, yes, it was sad news with Dolly going, but we knew she'd had some health problems. Didn't know they were that bad, but yeah, that is sad news. She was one of the great ones, you know. Medicare Guru says hello, Hoosiers. Hey, Medicare. Did your brother have any problem with the floods? I know he's up in that area where the family is, so I never did get a hold of you.
She getting a new roof put on the house before she sells it?
Oh, I don't have any idea. I wouldn't think so, but you never know.
When's it going to go up for sale?
I don't know if she's going to sell it.
You told me she
I know she's leaving. I don't know what she's doing with the house. I will find out tomorrow night.
Well, she's going to a nursing home. She ain't going to keep the house.
Well, but, she may have relatives that want to move in. I don't know.
Anybody want to be my neighbor? There's a nice home right there with the golf cart garage. It's going to come up for sale.
Yeah.
Don't know exactly when.
Well, and Tanya's old house is for sale.
Those people just bought it like a year or two ago.
Well, it was a single guy, and he's getting married, I think, and so he's moving.
Why is he going to sell his house?
Well, I think
I tried to logic this out. He's getting married, so he's got to sell his house.
She might have a bigger house.
So he's going to leech off of her. She's going to fall for this.
I don't even know where she lives.
When you get to be 70 years old and you're getting married, you keep your stuff in your name and your name only, and he'll keep his stuff in his name and his name only.
Who cares?
You start sharing stuff like that, then there's going to be a problem. It always ends up being a family problem and a family argument after somebody dies.
Oh, Medicare Guru says getting some feedback on the audio.
You got your phone turned down?
I've got it, yeah.
Well, obviously, I don't hear mine.
Oh, okay. Maybe when I first started, maybe. Okay. Hey, Carol.
Anybody else getting any feedback? Kevin? Anybody else here, like a second or two late, you hear us talking, and then you hear us talking again, something? Anything weird? Let me know.
Yeah. Oh, and let's see.
I have no idea who this is, but why are they calling me?
I don't know. Might be a problem. Denise says that particular color shirt looks really good on you.
The what?
The color of your shirt looks good on you.
Should I wear it in my casket?
God.
See, now he's getting out of the truck.
And Kevin says all good, so might have just been at the
Okay.
beginning. Rich says no feedback. Yeah.
I'm not saying there's not. I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose
Only at the beginning, and I did have my sound on at the beginning, so that's
Oh.
probably where it's from.
we do that so we can check the audio and make sure that we're working, because sometimes if these things don't connect, they're wireless. You can't trust anything wireless. Last week, there was a lady said that our audio was off. I said, no, it's not. It's working fine because we checked it like this. Well, when I went and watched the video, I see what she was talking about. When she's talking, and then I try to talk while she's talking, for some reason, this mic goes dead for a second or two. And then I don't know.
That's a good thing. Instead of talking over me.
He's got a ladder out.
Ah,
See, she's got solar on top of that house.
yeah.
I'm not a big fan of solar on a house. Not here.
Well, I don't know that much about it, so.
Nobody does. That's why you keep hiring these people, because nobody knows anything about it.
Oh, okay. Billy says every time I hear that phone, it's ringing.
Yeah, I know it's ringing, but if it's somebody that's watching me, why you call it? It might be Ira, because I call him on his show once in a while just to tick him off.
Oh, well, it could have been. It doesn't say on your phone who it is?
Well, Ira's got, I don't know, 2 or 3 phone numbers, so I'm not sure which one I even
Oh,
call.
okay. Oh, let's
Buddy,
see.
that's the second time in 2 minutes that you've thrown that on the ground.
Tom LaPierre says, a first-time watcher, you two are the original Jerry and Linda. Well, we will never be Jerry and Linda, trust me. But yeah, we are the originals.
Yeah. We were the first full-time YouTube channel anywhere in the Villages ever. And
you know what that means? We're old.
we're old.
We're
There's no
old.
doubt we're old. And people's got to be very selective, I think, if they want to get the true information of the Villages and kind of what it's really like. 90% of it's good, not a big deal. Some of these channels, though, act like none of this stuff ever goes bad or ever gets out of calibration or something, but it does, and that's trying what I report on the news. I try to pick out some of the things to give you an idea of the other side of what happens here in the Villages. Like, I know last night somebody left the square at, I want to say Brownwood, in a golf cart. Somewhere between there and his house, he flipped it over, and they arrested him for a DUI. That happens. If Brother anybody wants to talk about it or not, it happens, and I'm telling you this because if he got convicted of DUI, here's how the scenario is going to go. He's going to lose his driver's license for 6 months, 40 or 80 hours of community service. You know the rhythm of how it goes. Well, when he loses that license, because about a year ago, maybe longer than that, Florida changed the law about an unlicensed driver in a golf cart, because Villages was letting kids drive golf carts around, and it was just getting to be ridiculous. So they passed the law. Then now it's just like a beginner driver in a car. Same rules. If it's somebody under the age of, I'll say 16 or something, they have to have a learner's permit and a licensed driver over the age of 21 sitting next to them. And if you do not have a driver's license legally, you are not allowed to operate that golf cart anywhere in the Villages where the golf cart lane shares the road with cars. Anywhere else is private property, and they really can't do much about it unless there's an accident. But yeah, so now he's going to lose his license, and for the next 6 months anyway, until his license gets reinstated, he can't even drive that golf cart, and I bet he don't even know it.
A lot of people think they can. If they can't drive the car, they can drive the golf cart, and in that scenario, you can't.
Yeah, just keep
You
it in
gotta have
mind that on the roads where you share the road with golf carts, that if you can't drive your car on that road, that means you cannot drive your golf cart on that road.
Yeah. Oh, and y'all seen, we mentioned that Dolly had passed, and I've seen a million tributes to her on TV yesterday and today, and there's some interesting stuff that they have to say. That, I knew about her imagination library, which was wonderful. And I knew that she'd give when they had tornadoes there in her area, and she'd give I think $1 million to kind of help the cleanup. But she also, in uh, the town that she come from, all the people that had lost their homes in the tornado and the floods and what have you, she gave all of them, I think, $1,000 each one of them to kind of get back on their feet. Now, if some of these other entrepreneurs, as they call themselves, with all this big money, would start helping out like that. I mean, a lot of them do, and a lot of them are like her. They don't always broadcast it, but if we had more of that, it would be wonderful. I know she did some great things, and we all know what kind of a personality she was, and she was really. It was really hard for her when she lost her husband. Of course, nobody knew a whole lot about him because he was a private person, but it was really really hard on her. You can tell right off the bat. And she had had her own medical problems and kind of disregarded him to take care of him until he passed.
What
So,
do you want, buddy?
so I want your lap now. But yeah, okay. Tom Lampier wants to know what village we're in. We're in
Yeah,
Hillsboro.
we're down here by Brownwood.
Yeah, I'm down by Brownwood.
Matter of fact, talking about being first on YouTube, we were the first people to buy in this neighborhood. Ladies Bank told us that because she didn't recognize the lot number or something, and she looked it up. And she goes, "Oh," she said, "No wonder I don't recognize that. You're the first people to ever buy in that neighborhood. We weren't the first to move in, I don't think, but we were the first person
Yeah,
to
there was
buy
2 or
in this
3 here when
neighborhood."
we moved in, but
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's back when they sold houses a different way.
yeah.
They only sold in any area like our area 3 homes. That's it. And then once those homes were sold, then they moved on to 3 other homes. And you couldn't pick just out any home. The only homes that were for sale were the 3 that the developer said, sell these next, and here's the price.
Hmm.
And today it's not that way, but that's the way it used to be.
Yeah. Now, Medicare Guru, I asked him about his brother in Noblesville.
Why would
with all the
Medical
flood.
Guru ask about his brother?
I asked him
Oh,
about his brother because I knew he was in the flood
you
area
mean
up
there's
there.
2 people from the same mother?
Yes, and I know he goes up and visits them every once in a while. So I knew that's where he lived, was in Noblesville. And I seen all the pictures of the flooding in the park in Pendleton. It broke my heart. I mean, we spent a lot of time in that park when my kids growing up, because that's where my kids went to school, where Skip went to school, where my kids went to school, and I love that little park. And back in the day, they had where the falls was. They had a
Swimming
swimming
pool.
area.
Well, not a swimming pool, but a big swimming area in that river.
Yeah, and I said, and the falls was here, and then the big swimming area there,
Yeah.
and then somebody had made a point of there was a slaughterhouse down the road, and so they were putting leftovers in the water, and so they shut that pool down and built a regular
This is
swimming
how
pool.
stupid people are.
Yeah, but
You
this,
know,
this was many many years ago.
in my lifetime, I've seen so many stupid things that people do like this. Let's do a slaughterhouse here. They didn't have any rules, regulations about much of that back then. That's fine. But there's a swimming area right down here that was every weekend was full.
Hmm.
There's lots of people there. Let's dump the blood and guts in the river so it'll go down there.
Well, and I said, back in the day, that was kind of what everybody did.
This
They
guy
didn't.
don't even deserve to have a
Yeah.
job. That's how stupid that is.
And we don't know which one come first, the slaughterhouse or the pool. But anyhow, they shut it
The
down.
pool did. The pool was there when I was in elementary school.
Well, yeah, but you don't know how long the
They
slaughterhouse.
they didn't close it down until I was in high school.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a beautiful place. And I said, seeing the pictures, there's a guy on YouTube that took some really good pictures of the flooding there. His name is Luke A. Renner. You have to put the A in there, otherwise you'll get the yo-yo man. But Luke A. Renner took some wonderful pictures of the park and the area around the park and showed the devastation. I'm hoping it didn't. I know the water got
Did the
up to the
lighthouse stay
museum.
lit?
That I didn't see. But like I said, I'm hoping it didn't ruin too much in the museum, because I know the water got up to the museum. It was on the porch, the last video I seen, and I said the water wasn't up
Hey, we
to
come from
full.
an area where everybody had a porch. Everybody, including the museum, had a
Yeah,
porch.
and the museum is kind of a log cabin with a porch all the way around it. But beautiful area, and like I said, we spent many a day in in that park, and we had reunions there, and get-togethers, all kinds of stuff.
Well, the baseball diamonds are all around there too.
Yeah, the
Little
baseball
league and
diamonds.
all that, and so
Yeah, he had
I
pictures
spent my
of baseball
lifetime around
diamonds.
that park. I played baseball for Pepsi-Cola when I was in Little League, right there, and I don't know. I just hate to see it all get destroyed and build
Yeah.
houses.
That's what I said. I don't know how bad it got, but like I said, Luke A. Renner has some wonderful pictures of that area if you happen to go on YouTube and look for it. So, but one thing that I did notice in the videos, and YouTube's got 1,000 of them because there was a lot. All of central Indiana practically was flooded. But there was one particular video that hit me, and that was the Animal Protection League in Anderson, and they had to evacuate the where all the animals were staying, and they had to evacuate them, and they had them in cages, and they took them to a higher area until they tried to foster and adopt them out, and then what was left they took to I think Alexandria, which is another town north of them, and that's where they took them for the time being. And so I asked a lot of my people, if they wanted to donate to anything, donate to the Animal Protection League in Anderson. It's a good program, and they really needed help with money to clean up the facility to take the animals back. So, but like I said, it was really heart wrenching to see all those animals, because some of them hadn't, for one, they'd been abandoned to start with, and then for her to have to move them like that, and it was and like I said, I'm a big animal lover. We both are, so uh, that was something that we.
No, according to one lady, she wrote a letter to the editor how I was abusing Buddy on our live show. Yeah, seriously.
Oh
And
goodness.
it did. And then the news people up there sent me a copy of the letter and everything and said, "What do you think?" And I said, "Do what you want to with it." I said, "I hear all this bullshit all the time. People make up stuff. They don't know what they're talking about." And so they end up throwing it out. They didn't even publish it, which I appreciate. But
Right. And then, like I said, you never want to listen to what you say. Because
no, she says that we were on the back porch and I hit him on top of his head real hard. I have never hit Buddy on
oh
top.
my
But
goodness.
we don't even hardly yell at him, and he deserves to be yelled at.
Yeah. I don't get it. You see where he's at. Yeah, he takes turns. But yeah,
Hear
nothing
that
like that
whining?
would ever happen.
That tells me he's dropped his biscuit or whatever, didn't he?
Probably. I don't see it, but he probably
Buddy,
did.
what the heck are you doing?
Either that or it's in by the side of the chair. You got
Oh,
your
there he
treat.
is.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he loves those things. Um, let's see. Oh, and Tom, we like Santo Domingo. We rented there at one time.
Yeah, we rented there.
Yeah, that was a nice little area. We like that. And I used to take art lessons over there at the rec center. And like I said, my teacher, of course, she moved back to where her kids were because she was getting elderly, and I really hated that. She was wonderful. There's also another teacher that was in there, Diane Knight, and she still teaches there, and she also teaches, I think, at Colony. I'm not sure, but wonderful teachers. Really enjoyed going to class. Learned a lot from them that I didn't expect to. So, Billy G says, look for the lunar eclipse this week. Really? Is that this week?
Lunar eclipse. The sun's not out during a lunar eclipse.
Oh,
Or are
okay.
they saying that the moon's going to disappear? I don't know what it's all about. But
Yeah.
if there's a lunar eclipse, you ain't going to see it anyway.
Well, and Medicare Guru said his brother lives in Noblesville, but lives on the Morse Reservoir and fared well. Thank you for asking. They sent pics of Potter's Bridge. Amazing how the White River rose. It is. I seen those pictures of the Potter's Bridge. Unbelievable. And I don't know how much damage was done in that area, but like I said, I did remember that your brother lived in Noblesville. So, and fortunately, my family didn't have any problem other than flooded basements. So that's all that
Did you
seemed to
say
be.
hi to Julie?
Yeah.
When you coming down?
um, let's see. Kevin says he sees so many kids driving golf carts. Awful. Yeah, and I think it has slowed down some since they did that new law, but it hasn't stopped them. But it's funny because sometimes I look at them and I think they're not young enough to drive, and then I remember how old I am, and looking at these kids, and they probably are old enough. They just look so young to me. Yeah.
Well, when I was on the farm, and it goes on to this day, but they don't talk about it much. Dad had this 200 whatever 20-acre farm, something like that. Everything back then was farmed differently than that. We actually plowed. They don't even plow today. Well, the Amish do, but that's about it. Things like that. It was a lot more work. Baling hay was by hand. We stacked it in the barn. Today they make round bales where one guy can cut a field, rake it, dry it, bale it, and move it by himself. Don't need no help at all. What was I going with this story?
I don't know. And nowadays they plow different.
It is different, but I had a point to this whole story without the point. It's like a joke with no punchline.
Like I said, we're getting old.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, and Colleen says, yeah, Dolly gave $1,000 a month to each family until they got back on their feet. That's incredible. Like I said, some of these other big money guys, they should be taking heed here because
Well, a
she
lot
did
of
a
those
lot.
guys are, but they don't want it reported. They
That's
don't
true.
want the publicity. And I'll tell you, one of them was Frank Sinatra. Do a history on Frank Sinatra. And all the stuff he did that nobody knew nothing about till after his death.
Really?
Like there was a lady had an operation. I forget who the lady was, what was going on. She couldn't afford to pay the hospital bill, whatever. So Frank told his manager or whatever, call up her and find out what the bill is and take care of it. And the lady, until it got to his death, she knew somebody paid it off, but she never did know who.
Yeah. Well, and I've seen a lot of that actually on the internet. I've seen a lot of that come up that a lot of these celebrities do give to people. You know, the people that give them a meal when they were down and out, and they go back and buy their restaurant, that kind of thing.
Back when the Villages was fairly new, Mark Morris, the old man, he's not here anymore. He's dead. But they had a tornado that went through the valley up there at Mallory Hill, Mallory Square, not Mallory Square, Mallory Hill. Is it Mallory Hill?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a valley there. There's a tornado went right through that valley and tore off. We was there. We saw the after effects. We weren't there during the tornado, but it took the roofs, tore the shingles, everything off these houses, and there was just blue roofs everywhere, as far as you could see. And he pulled, because he basically contracted all the contractors here in the Villages building new houses, because it takes a ton of people. Today's not so bad, but back then there wasn't a ton of people. And I can remember people saying we went to the store to see about doing this or that. We couldn't do it because they said all the people was contracted to the village just to do it here. And so they couldn't do it anywhere else. And so we went up there and we seen those blue. I swear, buddy. So we went up there and we seen the roofs and seen the damage, and it just looked like, man, it's going to take them forever to get this stuff done if they can't find people to do the roofing jobs here. Well, he pulled his people off of the new houses and told them all, go up to Mallory, take care of them people up there. He didn't have anything to do with them people up there or the price or anything, but they couldn't get people to do anything. So he told them, go up there, take care of the people up there. When you're done up there, let me know. We'll start over down here.
Yeah.
Now, that's the way it used to be. Today, we have a new CEO. We don't know who he is. Well, we know the name. That's all we know, but we don't know his history. We don't know nothing about this guy.
And unfortunately, we haven't had any more weather like that since then. And I think it was, what, 2007, I think is when it was. But it was a tornado that tore the roofs off up there. And that's one thing here in Florida. I mean, people talk about hurricanes, and we know how horrific hurricanes are, but we don't live on the coast. So, and we get maybe 1 to 2 weeks notice of a hurricane. Right now, there's a thing out saying we may have one in the making. And we haven't had one this year. So,
well, all of our hurricanes, the way I understand it, comes from Africa.
Well, but like I said, there's something out there that they're keeping a watch out. But tornadoes are kind of instantaneous from the winds. But when the hurricanes come through, like I said, they may not do damage, but
we should call Bob Gregory, see if that's true.
I don't know if he's still alive.
I don't know either.
You know the guy that always, when they say when they see him get off the plane, they know there's serious weather going around. Yeah, because he always goes to the worst weather, and you always see him in
I
the
get it
midst
all
of
the
it.
time when a hurricane comes through. I don't do it unless people ask, because I've done it several times where I just like, It's the same thing. To me, it's a different name to a hurricane, but it's the same thing. Wind, a lot of rain, stuff blows around, a tree's down.
Yeah.
It's the
But like I
same
said, we get
thing.
notice of hurricanes.
But
But
that ain't my
tornadoes,
point. Quit butting
what
in
is
when
your
I'm
point?
talking. I'll forget what I'm saying. So they say, "Hey, are you going to get in your golf cart and go out and film the hurricane?" That's what I never thought about it. I've already done it 2 or 3 times. Oh, well, we'd like to see it. So I have to come out here and get my golf cart ready with cameras and stuff, and in the middle of the night, and go driving around in a golf cart during 90-mile-an-hour winds and film this stuff,
Yeah,
which I don't mind.
you don't work for ABC or
But I don't
CBS.
work for ABC, and I'm not getting $500,000 a year in a salary either.
That's right. Uh, Carol Apostolus says, Skip, I really appreciate your news, giving us some of the other side of living here in the villages. You're the only one that gives us that information. It's important, when, especially, I said, we didn't know anything. I said, we visited here before we moved down here, but we really didn't know the ins and outs of everyday living here. And nobody was telling people that. We didn't know it when we got here. We had to learn it on our own. Same way with some of your vendors. You know, some of them are okay, some of them are scam artists. And we try to pick, when we do a thing about the vendors we use, we try to pick some that are dependable, on time, and has good customer service. And I said, and those are the only ones we'll report. You know, we have several that we really love.
We had at least one that I could think of that I wish I'd never called that guy for anything ever again. That's why I never mentioned him.
Yeah.
Somebody else said, "Did he do your garage floor?" Talk about Romaldo.
Oh, yeah.
No, I should say, no, he didn't do my garage floor. I already had that done, but I never mentioned who done it because he was awful.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, Romaldo always does a great job, so we always recommend him. Nova Filters, we always recommend them. Custom Windows, they did our glass in our lanai. They've always been, like I said, they've always been on time. They have decent schedules. They didn't cost you an arm and a leg. They're not the
Well, they got good
cheapest.
customer service too.
Yeah, they're not the cheapest, but yeah, and they have good customer service. So if something goes wrong, you call them.
But
And
but then I'm not that. Don't get that any of that information mixed up with saying are they the cheapest? Are they the best price? I never say that.
yeah,
I don't know that they're the best price because especially now, because there's businesses popped up everywhere.
yeah,
I mean, you talk about the house glut here. Well, what goes along with all this house glut is cleaning services, mowing, landscaping, contractors, subcontractors. As you go on and on, there's more and more of them every year. So
yeah.
there might be a company out there that's cheaper and better. I don't know that, but I can tell you that Romaldo's the guy we use for our driveway and stuff. It's been 10, 11 years now. It still looks good, and we have never had a problem.
Yeah, and then he's done 2 houses for us now.
Yeah, it's the second house guy. Right.
But yeah, and I said, all the vendors that we do recommend, and I said, we've never had a bit of problem with them, and we do recommend them. We don't recommend people that we don't use normally. Now, you know, if we know somebody that's using somebody that's doing a really good job, yeah, we might recommend them. But you know, but normally it's people that we've used and we know they do a good job. You know.
Well, that's where Discord comes in as a Patreon member. Is other people will tell you who they use for different things. Everybody on my Discord has used different people for different stuff,
Yeah.
and either they
Especially ones on the southern end.
Well, yeah, because I don't know anything about. Because see, a lot of the people think, well, he mows the grass here, and it's hard to explain everything to everybody. Just because he mows grass here doesn't mean he'll mow grass down by Eastport.
Yeah.
It's too far to go. He don't want to go that far. Maybe he's got enough work here. There was a home watch people. We went and had lunch with him down at Brownwood. He was a retired cop. I'm not going to mention names because I don't know if they really want me to or not. But she wanted to start a home watch service, and he's a cop, and he was going to do a lot of that work, and he's getting ready to retire, and it's something they could do to make a little extra money. And who doesn't trust a cop? I shouldn't have said that. Somebody will say something.
Yeah.
But anyway,
we knew they were nice people.
yeah, and so as we were talking to him to put him down as a sponsor, she said the one thing that I thought was kind of critical. I don't know if it's critical for you guys, but it was for me as far as advertising goes because it puts our channel at jeopardy. Was that they only wanted to do house watching around the Finney area. They didn't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Now that's not unusual, but I just can't see putting that on my channel and saying here's a home watch person. Well, somebody bought a house in Spanish Springs and they watch my channel all the time. They're good, reliable. supporters of the channel, and they call him and to find out, well, he doesn't go there.
Yeah.
So that's why that we never did really get anywhere with that.
Oh, Medicare Guru says no Jerry and Linda, maybe Bonnie and Clyde. Sonny and Cher, and Ralph and Alice. There we go. And Archie and Edith Bunker. That could be, yes. I can see the semblance there, yeah. Hey, Barbara and Tammy. Yeah, Billy says when news breaks, Skip will fix it. Let's see. Brad says, hey, Skip and Sue, great to be back in the villages following our 2-week Northeast tour. Oh, Brad, your pictures were great. I mean, it just looked like you was having so much fun. And we've been to all those places, or most of them anyhow. And yeah, I seen a thing in the paper today. One of the girls that I play cards with, her and her husband took the tour of Route 66. And they flew out to California and rented a car and then they went halfway to the halfway point, and so they're going to do another 2-week vacation and I guess go from here to there. But yeah, we traveled Route 66. There's just so many things to see, things that you've heard about and never thought about seeing. But it's a lot of places is just desolate. But the places that they've tried to redo, some of the lunch places and post offices and things, you can see they've remodeled them for that area. And one particular place we went to, we wanted to go to a place where Linda's husband's name on it, and I said it was out in the middle of nowhere, and I said it was kind of cute seeing it.
That sign is the most photographed sign anywhere on Route 66.
I know. But but there was people living there actually in this little remote town because they had a little bitty post office. So you knew there were people out in the outlying area. But this motel sit right in the middle of nothing.
In a truck, a partner of mine, we used to call them desert people.
Yeah. But they had mailboxes, so
Hey.
Yeah. Hey, come back here.
Hey.
Want a drink? He wants to get the
It's like
water
he's
bowl.
deaf.
He wants to get the water bowl.
Oh.
He's not paying attention to you. And Jerry says, speaking of the eclipse, I know plenty of people would like to show you the moon, Skip.
I don't doubt that a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and Tammy says you have to make Buddy behave, so correcting him is the only way. Well, I mean, yeah, but Buddy's kind of heathen because we don't yell at him enough, or we don't correct him enough. But like I said, he's settling down a little bit as he gets older.
Not much. I swear. Sometimes Sue goes to get off the couch and he carries on. I have to get up and look because I swear to God, it sounds like he's chewing her up. I mean,
he doesn't like being woke up.
I don't think it's that. I just think he's a little radical.
Oh, well. Let's see, Colleen says driving age, Skip. Farms have younger folks who can drive on the farm legally.
That was my point. Yeah, that's what I was getting around to. I used to drive the truck. I don't even know how old I was, 10 maybe. And I would say take a load of corn down to the elevator and sell it because he needed some cash for something. And I used to drive it down to the elevator and unload it and bring it home to check. I used to drive it in all the country roads to go over to a few people that I went to school with. And I'd go over to their house, and sometimes I had a pony, and I would ride the pony sometimes over to their house. That was the country life back then. Yeah. Today, they got all these strict laws. Well, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the laws. It's just that I never had a wreck. I never hit nobody.
Everything is more congested than what it used to be.
Our country roads were gravel.
Yeah.
We didn't have paved roads.
Well, and like I said, there wasn't as many people either.
No, there wasn't. Yeah. That's why you had to drive the trucks to see a buddy because he lived 5 miles away.
Let's see. But yeah, that's how, Skip learned to drive when he was on the farm. I learned to drive at a young age, but I had my mom's car once. She had a little green Valiant, if you know what a Valiant is, ugly little car. And I took her car once, and
I believe it was your brother's car.
No, Mike's was black. Mom's was green.
Okay.
Like I said, Mike had a station wagon, if you remember. But yeah, Mom had a little green Valiant, and I took it because I knew how to drive. I drove around when we were building in with cement blocks and stuff like that. But anyhow, I got all the kids in the neighborhood to go with me, and we were driving downtown. Of course, I'm from a little bitty town in the middle of nowhere. And we're driving downtown, and I turned a corner too sharp and just about hit a gas pump, and it scared me. And I thought about it. After that, I never did get back in the car and drive until after I got my license. Because I just thought about what it could have happened with all those kids in the car and hitting that gas pump. We had all been dead. So, yeah, I never did it again. Laura says, good afternoon from the village library on 466. 86 degrees in the village of Belvedere. I love that little
Did I
library there,
read
Laura.
somewhere that they're going to close down a village's library? Somewhere?
If they do this tax thing, it's possible because
Oh, no, they're not going to do anything. That's just a threat.
well,
That's just to get you to vote a different way.
yeah.
And if you vote this way, we may have to close down all your rec centers.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's an extra. So if they're short of tax money, that's one of the things that'll go. That's what it said.
What you could do is just rent the building out to somebody, but and you don't need to do away with the library because I'm sure at our new high school there's a library down there.
Yeah, but we actually have one in the historic side.
Do we?
Yeah, we have one in Belvedere, and then we have one in Pinellas.
So we really don't need this when they're talking about.
Well, I mean, like I said, it depends on where you live. If you don't want to be that far away.
Trying to lead to a point. How did they decide this one needs to be the one to close?
I don't know. It was just talk.
That's
And that's
mostly,
the oldest.
that's mostly what we would do. We vote for people that talk well. Really, we do. They came to the conclusion that Barack Obama got elected as president because he spoke well, and he did. He had a way of speaking.
He still does.
This communist guy in New York, look at the way he speaks compared to Barack Obama. Isn't that remarkable? I mean, these people speak well. Plus, in college girls, they surveyed something like 1,000 college girls to find out why they voted for Clinton when they did, and that's fine. They can vote whoever they want to. And almost 90% of them said because he had a good haircut.
Good hair. That's just every day,
I just found that hilarious.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, and MK and Mitch says, Skip, you were talking about kids driving. Yeah, like I said, but he drove on the farm, and back then it wasn't a big deal because, like I said, there wasn't a lot of traffic. Gravel roads in the middle of nowhere.
I don't know if it was illegal or not either, to be honest with you, because I can't tell you. There's a few times where our county sheriff, they didn't come out in the gravel roads too often because back then, if you was a cop and you rode out in the country, if the car got dirty, you had to wash it.
But they gave the farmers a lot of leeway back then. They really did. That's who feeds us. They should be doing that now.
What the law says. What I'm getting at. I don't know what the law said. I was 10 years old. What do I know what the law says?
Yeah.
Somebody told me if the law says you can drive to help your dad harvest the crops on the farm, but you can't drive on a public road. I'm just telling you, I take the tractor, 2 or 3 wagons of corn behind me, and we went through the elevator. That's what we did.
That's what I said. Oh, yeah, Billy G says the next storm develops, it will be called Hurricane Dolly. That's right.
Really?
Yep, I did see that.
I don't know if that's a compliment or not.
Well, I mean, that's just one of the names on their list. They go A, B, C, D, and that's the next one is Dolly. Billy G says trailer parks cause tornadoes.
So what?
Trailer parks cause tornadoes. they get hit the worst most time.
Well, they have the most damage, that's for sure. But I will tell you, the historical area up there had trailers in it. It was a mix. They had trailers, and they had manufactured homes. You know what I'm talking about? And they've been up there since like 1984. And as far as I know, none of them ever got tore up by a tornado.
They had some flooding.
They had some flooding.
But they've corrected that. And I don't know.
Most of the trailers that were there, I mean, legit trailers, single wide trailers, they've all got bought up, I think. And people bought them because they were cheap. It was cheaper to buy a trailer up there that was for sale for, say, at the time, $70,000. And they pulled it out, got rid of it, donated it, I don't know. And they built brand new homes, stick-built homes in those lots.
Yeah.
And till this day, that's what's been going on. Now, I think it's slowed down quite a bit. I think it's right there. I can see it. It's right there.
I'm going to give his 2 cents for it. Let's see. Yes, Jim Cantori. Like I said, every time if you see him getting off the plane in Orlando, yeah, you better get ready for the storm because he is right in the middle of every one of them.
Who's
The
that?
worst one, Jim Cantori. He's a news commentator, and he always goes to the worst storms, and everybody knows, And yeah, I could never remember his name, but yeah, he's with the Weather Channel.
Mm.
Let's see.
He stands out in the wind, talking about the rain, talking about how
Oh,
strong the wind is.
he stands in the weather. I mean, he's one of those.
They need to zoom out with that camera so we can see exactly where he's standing.
Yeah, with him they have. I'm telling you, he's the real deal. Laura's telling Kevin, this week I've seen two people in golf carts cross 468 near Pine Ridge. One driver looked about
468.
466A
Oh.
near
Well,
Pine
that happens
Ridge.
all the time.
She said one driver looked about 13 years old.
Well, he don't know the rules, and at 13, he's not even supposed to be in that golf cart driving anything anywhere. But
Yeah.
a lot of the snowbirds that come down, a lot of the people that come down, so stay here for a while and I go down to Disney World. To be my guess what's happening. And Grandma and Grandpa says we're going to take the golf cart, and they don't know the rules or they don't care about the rules, and they just let them go play.
Yeah, and some people are just always in a hurry. So
I'm
going
sure.
across 466A to the shopping center instead of taking the golf cart pass. Yeah, that would.
How do you
be.
know he went to a shopping center?
Well, I'm just saying.
She just said she saw a kid in a golf cart go across 466A.
Yeah, but Pine Ridge. You know where that's at?
I know where it is.
Okay. Like I said, there's not much else out there. Unless you go all the way down the back road.
How do they normally get over there in a golf cart? Is there a tunnel?
There's a golf cart road.
How does it get across 466A? Is there a tunnel?
No.
Then how do they get across there?
You have to go all the way. You'd have to take the golf cart path all the way to Colony, or to
Where there's a tunnel?
yeah, there's a tunnel there.
Takes a while, but I get there sooner or later.
Well, it's a long ways to go. That's why I said if they
Doesn't
just
make any
cross the
difference.
street,
That's the legal way to
quicker.
go, and that's what I talk about. The legal way to go. You can argue all day long about how long it took, where it's at, blah blah blah. Means nothing if you don't want to mess with the cops. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Kyle Reed says, hello, Sue and Skip. Great to see you in, buddy. He is on his Skip's lap today. You must know today is National Dog Day. He rotates. Like he starts out with me and then he ends up with Skip. He's always looking to see if Skip has cookies. And Skip's drinking beer today, so he didn't bring any cookies with him.
Who would eat cookies and drink beer?
Well,
and I know some of you out there are sick.
So some people would, but yeah.
Oh, somebody's had their grass. Look there. Somebody's had their whole yard tore up.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Somebody's getting ready to resod the whole yard.
Yep.
That's crossed my mind. Next time I talk to Chano, I'm going to show him the back here and see what he would charge me to tear all that out.
Yeah, and I fired our yard people. So I fired our yard people, the people that spray. I fired them. It was senseless. They
come out here. We pay this fee. We've been paying it for years. We tell them what's going on. They look at it and they say, "Oh, I know what that is," and they spray. Nothing happens. Another kid comes up here and we look at that. We sprayed and he didn't do anything. Oh, well, what did he spray? Well, how am I supposed to know? I'm paying you guys to do it.
Well, and then, and then the next person comes, oh, we don't even spray for that. So, yeah, I'm
sick of these
tired
people.
of it. And they do send me a thing for review. Every time they come out and do the yard, they send you a thing for a review. And I've told them, and it just doesn't seem to matter. So
I don't know why, but the lizards today seem to be awful active. Buddy's watching them too.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of them.
On the side of the palm tree there doing push-ups.
I've seen a lot of them, so they may have had some hatchlings.
Is it breeding season?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know if Buddy knows it. Buddy thinks every day is National Dog Day. You'd have to know Buddy. Yeah, he thinks every day is just for him. There, and this morning we run across. This morning when we come out, he went down to the circle to do his business, and all at once he jumped out of there, and then he was limping on his left leg, and I don't know if something was in there that bit him or stung him or what, but
I wouldn't let him go in any bushy area. We have snakes.
it's not bushy.
You said he went into the grassy area.
Yeah, well, they've got the mulch around the bushes, but I don't let him in the bushes because of mice and snakes. But like I see, he was right on the edge there where.
Last I checked, mice don't attack dogs.
Okay, it would have scared the shit out of me then. So, but anyhow, I don't let him go in the middle there, and he just likes to pee on a bush every once in a while. So, but yeah, he jumped out of there really quick, and then he was limping on that foot, so I didn't know if something stung him maybe. But I looked, didn't see anything. So, and he seemed to be fine now. But he hasn't ate his chewies. I mean his goodies that I laid there on the footstool. He hadn't
You
ate
want
any.
to take him to the dog hospital and
Huh?
checked out?
No, he's fine right now.
How do you know?
He's fine right
He
now.
didn't eat his cheese.
Well, anyhow. Oh yeah, Brad says it was expensive. $100 in tolls traveling around New York City for 4 days.
Yeah, that's one thing I remember about New York City when I delivered up there to Brooklyn, I believe it was. My God, the tolls. You can't make a turn if there ain't a toll booth there.
Oh, and Jerry says he don't remember a Frank sign on Route 66. Well, it didn't say Frank, Jerry, but
What?
he didn't remember a Frank sign on Route 66. And there wasn't a Frank sign, but like I said, we don't give his name out. We just say Frank.
Frank. Well, I know what Frank I'm thinking of, but I don't know what he's talking about. What Frank sign on Route 66?
The motel we went to.
I went to a
its
motel?
name. We visited. We actually got off of the highway and got in Linda's van and went down there to that motel on Route 66.
I don't know if I was on Route 66, was it?
It was.
Was it?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah, that's where the most photographed signs at.
Yes.
They had the road closed, and we had to go around it, and we weren't sure if we could come in this way, so we just parked our RV next to the highway, got in her van, because we figured we could use it to get,
Yeah, and it didn't say Frank, honey,
No,
you know that.
Well, but I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jerry.
Barbara Abner wants to know if we ever missed the country living.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we really do.
I do. Sue's lying to you. She don't miss it at all.
I do.
She's already told me that if I move back to Indiana, I'll be going by myself. So she does not miss it at all.
Well, I figure I'll be going back to Indiana by myself anyhow. But yeah, I do miss it. I miss that way of living is what I miss. And like I said, it was very very laid back.
I thought you were stress free.
Yeah.
You know,
I worked 12 hours a day when we was on the farm, but you know, when I was home, I said we had our own garden. Like Wrestler. Wrestler has a beautiful garden. Let me tell you. I wish I had his produce. I do. And they did a big canning video the other day where they were putting some of their stuff up. And I
remember doing that literally all summer long. From the time we started harvesting tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff, the canning process started.
Yeah. And we had, at the farm, we had a root cellar. We didn't have a basement. We had a root cellar. And then that's where all the canned goods went because it's cool down there. But yeah, I miss that stuff. I miss having my own food. We had a cow or a pig butchered every year, and that's where we got our meat. And so you didn't have to worry about, some of this salmonella and some of the other stuff floating around. You had your own. You knew where it was grown. You know what you put on it. Just like the meat, you knew what you fed them, and so we never worried about the stuff that you hear today about everything being recalled.
I think that's where my taste buds are getting really mixed signals when I eat food in different states, different ways, how they do things, process things, and I'm used to getting the real stuff from the butcher. My cow, we fed it our way, and then I eat pork chops. I love pork chops. I love good pork chops, and we get them down here, and I'm eating it, going, I don't even know what these people call a pork chop because it don't look like a pork chop, it don't taste like a pork chop. But Sue will say, well, look, that's what it says right there on the wrapper, pork chop. I don't care what it says. I mean, just like one day she came on with a T-bone steak, and I'm looking at it, and I go, this ain't a T-bone steak. She said, well, it says so. I said, what T-bone steak did you ever see that never had a bone in it? Remember that? That happened once, I don't know, a few years ago.
Yeah, but they asked you if you want the bone in, and I didn't, because it varies on the weight of the piece of meat, so they charge you.
T-bone has two kinds of meats on T-bone. The small side of the T-bone is a fillet, and the right side of the T-bone is, I don't know what it is. It's just some other kind of meat, but it's all pretty good. I've never seen a T-bone without because if they take the T-bone out, Did you get 2 pieces of meat or 1?
I don't remember.
Well, if you got 1, I guarantee you they gave you the cheap side.
Well, and probably, but I don't remember.
Don't ever do
I
that
usually
again.
don't get those.
Don't ever do that again.
I don't normally get those, but like I get the New York strip.
That's good enough for me right there.
Yeah,
New York
and
strip.
like I go to a fresh market to get the New York strip because
By the way, aren't we supposed to have like some Cajun soup or something somewhere? You told me the other day. She called you and said something about.
I mean, yeah, and you wasn't feeling good at the time, so we didn't go.
Oh, they already had it.
But she was going to fix it for me because she knows I love gumbo, and she's probably listening. But like I said, she's on Discord, and I told her you just wasn't feeling well, so we didn't go.
Yeah.
But yeah, all I have to do is just let her know because they're here, I think, until the end of next month. So let's see.
Saturday we're having dinner with the W&L crew.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really like the place we're going. That was Jose's recommendation. I didn't really. We had 2 places, and that one there was the one that other people said. So it's just the way it is.
Well,
That's why I hate going out and having dinner with a large group. I like to give them the chance to tell me where is it you like, where do you want to go, let me know, and we'll see about setting it up. And when you give them, I gave them 2 choices. I learned that raising children. Don't give them much more than 2 choices. It takes forever to get an answer.
yeah.
So one of them didn't like this place. The other one didn't like that place. And then the suggestions came in. It's like, God damn, this is why I don't do these things.
You know, if that's how you really feel, just say, I'm going to dinner here if you'd like to
That
join
never
me.
works. I tried that once and nobody showed up.
Well, because you don't pick the best places. What can I say? Anyhow,
Here's what I think.
the majority says this place is where we're going. So
No, Jose brought it up. He said, if you want to do Mexican, because one of them said, I don't like muggy eyes. I can't imagine nobody not liking muggy eyes, but she said she didn't like muggy eyes. So, okay. So Jose said, I really prefer, if you want to do Mexican, he said, I really prefer this place. I like it a lot better. I know the place he's talking about. I've been there. Don't particularly care for it at all. One is the seating arrangements in there, I think it's a little awkward, really awkward. And the second one is how you order, I think, is awkward. Because if you go before a certain time, they don't have a menu. You had to go down this rail and point, and anyway.
oh, you're thinking of a different place.
No, it's the same place, right? Down,
I've never done that.
down there. We used to, because that's where they used to have the village idiots. That's where they had their monthly meeting for new people that moved to the villages before any of this was thought about.
Mm.
And I don't know what it was called back then, but then anyway, it's whatever it is, and so then they all decided, yeah, we like that place. We want to go there. I said, okay, we'll go there. Unless they've changed it a lot, I'm not a big fan of the place at all.
Okay. Anyhow, Billy G says, my father would only own cars with manual transmissions, so that's how I learned to drive, the 1968 Buick Skylark.
You know that the kids today driving cars don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they even make a manual transmission anymore.
I think maybe some of the rental car companies have them.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not unless it's a foreign car.
Yeah. Racer Girl says, hello, Sue and Gramps.
Hey!
Oh, Wrestler says, popping in for a quick hi. Hey, Wrestler, I'm bragging on your garden. I said, all that stuff looks so good. And Jerry Bell says, whoosh.
Take a drink. I am.
Yeah, I hope things are going well, Wrestler. That's from Barbara Ebner. And yeah, I hope things are going well. I know you're still making that trek to the in-laws, but soon you'll be done with that. You never know. Racer Girl says, I've been driving since I've been 12 years old. Jeff Gordon and I raced together in quarter midgets. Really? You know, he used to live right down the street from us. You know, he'll never admit it, Jeff Gordon.
Oh, yeah, he lived down the road from us.
Yeah. And like I said, he'll never admit it. He always says that he was born in California, but
there's a famous bar there that has all-you-can-eat catfish night on Friday called, what was the name of that place?
I'm trying to think was it Frank's Place?
I thought it was like Jeff Gordon's grandparents.
Oh, why?
Actually run that bar.
I don't know that, but yeah.
I thought that's what Tom told me.
Oh, it could be. I don't.
I remember we went over there one Friday. I don't know. I didn't see where the catfish was.
Well, we don't do a lot of catfish either.
I don't.
Yeah, it was
It
okay.
was okay. And there was a lot of
But the
people there.
place was packed.
And then it did seem like it was more of a small neighborhood kind of a thing because everybody seemed to know everybody in there.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, he'll never admit that's where he come from, Racer. I don't know why.
What?
Jeff Gordon said he'll never
He's
admit he
making $1
come
million. That's half them people out there. It's all fake, you know. Jerry Lewis was not the funny guy you think he is. Dean Martin was not a drunk. You know, I mean, Frank Sinatra was not mafia. Associated, yes, but he was not mafia.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to be very careful what you're watching and what you take in and what you believe and what you don't believe. I was watching YouTube yesterday always look for new channels. It's amazing how many new channels keep popping up around here.
Oh yeah, it is.
One of them was a real estate guy, and of course, the clickbait, his thumbnail says, "Why everybody is leaving the villages." That one. And of course, within one day, 30,000 views.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't even live here.
Yeah.
It's just clickbait. Another one was a girl. She was here for a day or something, and she did a video of the ins and outs or the downfall or the uprising of the villages, something like that.
Yeah.
And thumbnail. Good thumbnail, by the way, but that's what it was, thumbnail.
Yeah.
Doesn't live here, never been here before in her life. One day, something like 35,000 views. I checked the other day, it's been less than a week, over 300,000 views. And this is what people's watching, and that person doing it, they don't know shit.
Well, and that Florida Unfiltered, that's a hit job on the villages. I don't know who does it. I don't know anything about them, but they try to really turn you off about the villages altogether.
What kind of channel is it?
It's a YouTube channel.
But I know
It's
that.
called
But is it
Villages
a real estate
Unfiltered.
person doing it or what?
I don't know. I
Oh.
didn't get that far with finding out who it belonged
Well,
to.
I'm never going to be accused of that. I mean, I know some people, listen, old people make up stuff right up here. They think they heard something they didn't hear. I do that. I always ask you all the time, what'd you say? What'd he say? Because I know I'm going to do that. But they make stuff up in their mind. They'll have you saying something you never said. And it's just amazing to me is how this information gets spread. And I hear it all the time, and it's not true. 90% of the villages is just fine. There's nothing going on. But there's that 10%, and that's what I try to report on my news channel. Letting people know that things are not all rainbows and, you know, fairy tales around. It just isn't.
And when we live here, so it's not like
You haven't seen me move.
not like we don't know what's going on. I said we do, and it's just it's not as bad as they make it out. So, like I said, it's a hit job on the villages. Just know that the Florida Unfiltered.
Yeah, if I had to say things bad about the villages, the worst thing that I can think of off the top of my head is the Medicare fiasco. That's probably one of the worst hits in the villages of ever. Is that the developer's fault? I don't know. I'm not on the inside. But I just know that the repercussions are the developer had to relinquish his CEO position. He's gone. A new guy was being brought in. We haven't heard from this new guy since the day he was brought in. We don't know anything about this guy. So that is probably the worst thing I've seen happen around here, next to Gary Morris dying. When he died, it kind of gave his son freelance to just do what he wanted to do.
Gary Mark.
And one of the first things he did was build a damn school in a retirement community.
There was already one here.
We didn't need another one then.
They moved it. They built a newer one. I think if you see the stadium down there, I think they had plans for maybe a winter league down here or something, because that's one fabulous stadium for a school.
They've been talking about bringing and I'm not a sports fan, so I'll probably get the name wrong, Boston White Sox?
Red Sox.
Red Sox? Is that baseball? And having it come down here for spring training. Because we got the hotels, we got the houses, Airbnbs, we got all this kind of stuff where they can stay at. And I always thought that, for a business side of it, not my personal side, but the business side of it, I always thought that'd be a great move for the villages. Yeah, bring all this advertisement down here, people coming down here. There's people out there by the millions that still have never heard of this place, but they're sports fans. And if they came down here to one of the spring breaks, I mean, that could bring in tons and tons of money.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Laura says Bradley Arnold, the Sumter County Administrator, should know how it is decided on what library could close if Amendment 3 passes in November. He should, but every one of them is going to dodge the whole thing until they find out whether it is passed or not. They've had meetings about it because they're trying to figure out where they're going to get this excess money, because if when they change
Buddy.
property taxes,
Buddy, buddy. It's like I got a death
Boo,
trap.
come here.
Buddy.
Come
Here.
here, honey.
Buddy. I feel like Brian. Mom.
That's what it reminds me of. But yeah, if they change, and they don't have that property tax money come in, they are going to have to find a way to make up that money. You want up here?
Well, they're working on it really hard. They got several things going on about one is a tourist tax.
Yeah.
They've already got that in place, whether it gets passed or not, or whenever they enact it. But it's there.
Yeah.
And there's some other stuff that they're doing too.
Oh, and Luann's last cardiotherapy session is Friday. She's very excited. I'll bet that'd be a lot you not have to mess with. So, and I'm glad she done that well. Like I said, I know being obligated to go, as much as you have to go is a pain in the butt. But it's a good cause. And Tammy says some politicians talk a good game because they are con artists. That's right. I mean, you just say the name politician and watch people's head pop up, because you just never know. Boo, come here.
You mentioned politics, and a lot of people just roll their eyes.
I do.
They're just not interested in it. And I can understand why, because we think they're all liars, right? All of them.
Come here.
We don't trust any of them.
Yeah.
And of the ones that I do trust, what they say and what they do, they're really not politicians. One of them is like Grady Judd, the sheriff. He's very right to the point, what he was saying. They said he got interviewed by, what's that one guy that's got the YouTube channel that's turned out to be a real big channel for him? He talks, interviews a lot of people.
I know.
Joe Rogan.
Oh, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I don't watch Joe Rogan.
He had Grady Judd on his show, and he says, I got to read this. He said, because I want you to explain to me tell me if this is true. That you pulled over this guy, blah, 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 long story about that. And he says, and you guys shot him 65 times to kill him. Is that true? And without hesitation, he says, absolutely. He says, you come to Polk County, he says, you pull a gun on a police officer, we're going to shoot you graveyard dead. And he said, we're going to shoot you a lot. He said, well, why did you only shoot him 65 times? He goes, well, we run out of bullets.
Yeah.
That cracks me up.
Yeah. But it did its job. It scared people. So, Wrestler says the parents-in-law are settling in. Dad finally accepting that he needs help. That's hard. It's a hard thing to do. And I'm going to be the same way. Skip's going to be the same way.
I'm not the same way. Don't category me in with anybody, because I am not the same.
Well, you are going to squawk more than anybody.
I ain't going to squawk about anything, because I'm probably not going to do what you ask me to do. I never do.
Well, that's true. But yeah, it is hard, Wrestler. Just hang in there. You know what's safe for them, and that's the main thing. Racer Girl says, I grew up drinking homemade wine and cake for dessert. It's the French way. Well, yes. Have you ever had gooseberry wine? A lot of people don't even know what a gooseberry is. But yeah, my mom used to make gooseberry wine. And I'm with, who is Ashley Judd, said that she never put sugar in her cornbread. She said because if her cornbread had sugar in it, she called it cake. I'm like that too. So, but yeah, we didn't have my mom didn't make a lot of wine, but she made sauerkraut and wine and that kind of thing. She always wanted to try something new. So, and I did not know that was the French way, but that's cool. Rester says, tomorrow I will finally get to start editing the video I did with Ira. 3 hours of interview footage, lots of great information I got on camera. Hard part will be editing it down. Yes, that is the hard part. But it'll be interesting, I'm sure. Medicare Guru says, remember the show Green Acres? Farm living is life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me the countryside. Yes, Remember that song? It's one of those things that kind of sticks in your head. And New York is where I'd rather be. Yeah.
Well, I
It's
think the good part about country life for me was I didn't need permission to do anything. That was a big part of it. If I decided I wanted to build a 2-car garage for whatever reason, I didn't need building permits where I lived or anything. Just build it. What else was it? I could park my semi in the back lot there in the farm. Semi was mine. The farm was mine. I could just park it there. I didn't need no special permits.
yeah.
So that to me it was
Get a drink?
the big factor of living in the country.
Come right here. Want to come through here?
Now I don't want you to think that out in the country where I lived that people could live like nasty, trash in the backyard and all that. Where I lived was close enough to a major town, but yet far enough from a major town to where nobody was like that. Our next door neighbor had a big garage built in his backyard because he collected Model T Fords. I mean, that's the country life.
Yeah. The gentleman farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Jerry says sounds like Skip's yard is a chicken ranch for lizards. Yep, they're everywhere. Yeah, I said I
This
need to
seems
get some.
awful active today for some reason. I see them everywhere.
It's a little bit. Well, I'm not gonna
And if
say.
you know anything about the lizards lizards, geckos, whatever you want to call them, is the flap down here that they flap in and out. That's all about mating and superiority and everything.
Yeah.
And I just see them everywhere, and they jump. In case you guys don't know, these little lizards down here can jump, and they can jump quite a distance when they want to.
Yeah, Racer Girl says she has tons of lizards in her yard right now too.
Who?
Racer Girl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't know if it's breeding season or what, but yeah, just a lot more than what we're used to seeing. Laura says the Village Library in 466 quite nice. I will have to check out the Village Library in 466A at Pinellas. Yeah, it's really, really nice too. It's they kind of got everything you need there. And like I said, I know when once when my printer wasn't working, which is just about all the time, I never can get that thing to work right. I went up to the library to print out some stuff, and I printed out a return label from some stuff that I had to send back, and important stuff. But like I said, that's where I was able to do that at because they have a couple of printers there, and like I said they're I don't know, it's 10 cents a quarter, something like that for every page. So really come in handy. And the one over in this historic area is small, but it was really nice. I mean, it was just they had a lot of oh, look there, oh, buddy. Yeah, like I said, Buddy goes crazy for Jose. What can I say?
Make Jose pick that up.
Oh no.
It's kind of his fault it fell over.
No, it was Buddy. So I'll get it.
Hey,
Boo Boo, come back here.
hey, look what you did.
Stop bitching about me. You notice every time you say my name 3 times, I showed up like Beetlejuice.
Like who? Billy.
Beetlejuice.
How you spell that?
B, I. I don't care. But what did you do when you fucked up?
He knocked that over when he saw your
Let me
truck.
give the proper lady
What is
a
that?
gift from the cruise. One of those tourist trap shit.
Oh.
It smells good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, if y'all don't know, Jose and Maria took a cruise, and they just got back, and they brought me a gift. It's a candle in a palm leaf. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I think it's a soap.
Yeah.
I think it's a soap.
Yeah. Coconut, lemongrass, and mint.
I do have one here.
What's it for?
Where? Now, why? I think it's broken. This is broken. Let me see if you can see.
Wait a minute. Let me go get you a microphone. They probably can't hear you.
This thing's broken.
Ah.
Let me see. Yeah, it's broken.
Says ring for a beer.
Oh, you want a beer? I got
Yeah.
Sue got some of this.
That one.
And then I got Yingling also.
That's Yingling.
Is this yeah? But this is the Oktoberfest.
I know.
So you like Oktoberfest?
It's got a little bit of a honey flavor to it. Okay.
I seen it the other day and just got a 6-pack. So
Pull a chair
he
over so
likes
people can
it.
see.
I'll get the mic.
Okay.
There ain't none in there. We and Sue's got them on.
Yeah, he's got to go get it.
I got to go get them.
Yeah. Take
Pull
his
that chair
chair
over
while he
there.
goes.
I'll move this over here.
Yeah. Go ahead and sit down until he gets back.
What do you were eating?
That's where Buddy was chewing on his chewy. That's all the debris.
Sorry.
Sit down. Yeah. Ugh. Well, yeah. Yeah, everybody say hello to Jose.
Hello. I told you.
Yeah.
I'm like Beetlejuice. You say my name 3 times, I showed up.
Yeah. Well, we hadn't seen you for a while, so. But did you guys have a good time
We did.
on your cruise? Good, good, good.
Yeah, I only had one goal and I accomplished it.
Oh, well, that's good.
It was Maria's birthday.
Maria's birthday. It was good for Maria's birthday.
That's
So,
all I needed to make sure
yeah.
it happened.
That's a good guy.
What else I got? Oh, microphone here. Take
Microphone.
mine for right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I bought the lady gift a little bell. I don't know if you can see that. It basically says ring for beer, and he brought it. It worked.
Yeah. The little bell that says ring for beer. You better not use that on me. I'll throw it away.
That's not my problem. I don't get between couples.
Well, I ain't bringing him over here just because he rings a bell. Yeah, it did show up on the. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh my god. At least it's not that hot today compared to other days.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. It seems like the humidity is maybe down a little bit because the temperature's up.
Yeah, it's
But it
like
just doesn't
80,
feel as
I
bad.
think 89.
Oh, it's only 89? Okay.
But to be honest, the cruise was really hot. Like one of the days in the cruise, I think it was like 109. It was ridiculous.
Well, yeah, like I said, this has been an unusual year. And I said, we're used to hot. But, we're used to low 90s. We're not used to the upper 90s where you're getting into the 100 feel-like temperatures.
Yeah.
We're not used to that. Maybe a day at a time, but not for weeks at a time.
In a few weeks, we
Yeah.
should be down. I mean, not now, but better.
Yeah,
Better,
Laura,
better.
Buddy he loves Jose. And so
Yeah, he went
Jose and Linda.
She went all the way to the car.
Yeah, well, he knocked things over.
Yeah.
I didn't have a hold of him, and he knocked things over.
Now that I'm here, 1 minute. Okay, let me get back to business.
Got his
Let me
chewy back.
get that.
Billy Jesus asked Jose about the road in Puerto Rico called the Curves of the Dead in the Mountains.
Curse of the Dead.
Yeah. You ever heard of that?
Death is everywhere in Puerto Rico. So let me think this. Curse of the Death. No, I don't. There's a section. There's a few sections in Puerto Rico that if you're not from there, you don't do it.
Oh, you don't want to go there.
No, no, because it's really dangerous. The roads are like 2 years ago. I went. Just to give an idea, at one moment the river crosses the road. You have to cross the river is over the road on purpose, like by design. And then you start climbing, and it's a one-way street. If somebody's coming down opposite, it's a tricky maneuver. So yeah, the road that most people know is called La Piquiña.
La Piquiña.
La Piquiña in that translates to English like rash.
Oh.
Like Piquiña is like when you have you need
rash?
to scratch it. Not rash, when you are like, man, I can't get, that's Piquiña, right? And that's a very old road. I don't think most people do it anymore. This is before they built the highway over the mountain going from the north to the south.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, you know that road in San Francisco, Lombard Street, I think it is? But a very long stretch. And it's like, I remember when I did it when I was a kid, the stories my grandma, my grandpa, or my dad said I was like, why this road is like this? Like, why are we doing all these turns? And it's so weird.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that they send, I want to say donkeys or goats on the mountain, and they trace, they're experts of, how to go from one end to the other.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they went, they built the road behind them. I said, these donkeys were drunk.
Huh.
It's like, so the main road is called, you can Google it, La Piquiña, and you have the whole story. Right?
Wow. Okay, so
What does that mean?
we don't know anything about the
Piquiña is like when you need to scratch a lot. And you have
so that's
that
interesting.
I have that.
I know you have it. That's what I say.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about it.
Keep scratching.
I've had it for years.
Scratch your way.
No, it's different than that. It's weird. I'm gonna talk to a doctor about it when I go to my appointment in October. So it's usually my face. I get a little itch over here. Like I'm fine for a long time, and all of a sudden I'll get an itch and I'll scratch it. And as soon as I scratch it,
it's more.
And this pops up over here.
Yeah.
And then it's over here. And then it's over here. And it just goes.
That happens to me.
It'll go that way for an hour.
That happens to me, but it's not in my face, and I cannot say it in this show.
Huh. You're really not part of anything.
No, I mean, back in when I was a kid, we're talking 75 to 85, especially upper 70s.
Uh-huh.
We did a lot of those. Like you want to go somewhere, those roads were nasty.
Yeah.
Like people, if I do that with Maria today, she'd throw up. Yeah, because it's that kind of road.
Yeah.
And then you're climbing. Like
What,
Does it look like Jose's head's chopped off to you?
you what?
No.
I look okay.
No, what I'm saying is, looky here.
What?
Your head is chopped off.
All right, that's enough.
She says it's not.
Not on mine.
It's a little bit chopped
It is
off.
chopped off.
Yeah, but I
Wow.
don't need my whole head. Half of it is fine.
I see his face. That's good.
People out there will start sending me.
Fine.
You
The
don't-
perfect color.
You guys don't get the big picture.
Ocean Cay is where we were with the boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
That's a private island.
Yes.
Yes.
It's for. What are you doing? Where the
Straighten
hell
it
are you
up.
going?
Trying to get up.
What? Leave the iPad alone. Nobody cares about my
Goodness
head.
sake.
Shut up.
So that island, Ocean Cay, I've been to Coco Cay, which is the Royal Caribbean
There you
one.
go.
That looks.
And for what we wanted to accomplish, which is a beach day. That's the whole cruise was about that. Maria's birthday, but she wanted beach day. So that is the perfect island. I mean, you can have the Atlantic Ocean wave and go nuts, and then just cross the street, and they had this lagoon, natural lagoons, what you call it, and it's very calm, white, like a pool.
Mhm.
So it's large. Like even though the cruise ship was like over 5,000 people, it doesn't feel like it. Like it's plenty of space. So I like it.
Yeah.
That's the important part, that you like it.
Well, the important part is Maria liked it. I don't give a like. It came out better than expected, especially on the birthday part. To be honest, I
Yeah.
had an idea what to do, but you know how it is. I remember when we got into the ship and you walk into your room, there's a lot of people putting stickers. Oh, birthday or family trip, and she's like, then we get to our room, there's zero, like nothing. Oh, you didn't have any stickers on the door. I said, you're a grown girl. We don't need that shit. So what she didn't know was on her actual birthday, they decorated the room inside. Happy
Oh,
birthday, and they did a little heart and a bouquet of flowers. I had that done. And I went in, okay, now what are you gonna say? Like,
that was cool. Jose, you're a peach. You know that.
and then we went to dinner. I bought online, they call it small birthday cake. That shit was like, I didn't know what to do. Like, can we give this away? I'm not taking this to the room. And they came over and they made everybody around us sing happy birthday. It was super cool. Like,
good,
I don't know, I don't do those much, but for her, I did.
I know
And
she loved it.
my friend upgraded her dinner to a lobster dinner, a huge lobster. That was awesome.
So I have to get rid of the cake. That's the important.
We ate probably half between us, and I don't know the rest. We just say take it. Like it's too big. It was like 12-inch square cake for 3 people. Like that's
yeah.
too much. It was delicious, but it was too much.
I don't know.
Laura says the
Put a little
cruise
ice
looked
cream
like
with that,
fun.
I might be able to suck
It
it
was.
down.
What?
Put a little ice cream with that. I might be able to suck it down.
They asked for. I mean, they said you want some ice cream, whatever. It's funny. Like something I learned on cruising.
Now that was on purpose. I saw that.
Something I learned about cruising and in general.
Pay attention to me. Okay, sit down.
Although we had what is called our own dying time. I hate to be assigned a 7, a 7, a 7. I don't like that. I like to go whenever I want. On the second night, we found this server outstanding. So once I find something like that, I tip him well.
Mm-hmm.
From that moment, even though we went one day at 7, one day at 8, it didn't matter. He said, as soon as you arrive, ask for me. And he always got us a table.
Oh yeah.
And he was awesome.
Good,
Amazing.
good.
Beach Roberts. Beach Roberts says Yingling cheers.
Yingling what?
Yingling, your beer.
Yeah.
My beer. Cheers.
Why you don't have this? Well, you have this. You change it.
Yeah. Clink
Stick
your
with me
bottles.
on this subject here.
Yeah.
Clink your bottles.
Huh?
Clink your bottles.
Oh, cheers. That's what you want to do?
That's what he said.
Yeah. Good for you.
All right. Cheers.
Let's see. Yeah, Laura said it looked like a fun cruise, and she'd go on another cruise in a heartbeat.
I need the price better. I mean, the best. Like honestly. Going back to your little stories about golf carts, I have one a week before we left. On a Monday, before we left on the boat, a friend of ours, a group of friends came from Orlando. They wanted to see Blonde Ambition in Brownwood, right? They came very late. They arrived like at 8, so we there at 8:30. But you know, the show now lasts until 10, right? No, we just having fun. The show ends. We keep talking. Around 10:30, all right, see you. And Maria and I start driving home on Morse North. At that time, you can barely see cars or golf carts. People usually leave the shows 1 hour before,
Mm-hmm.
but now because they end at 10, barely any golf cart, but you can see a few. As I'm driving, as I pass 466A, I keep going on north. I'm looking at these golf carts a little bit ahead, going north, because the golf cart path is on the left side, right? But I'm going, man, those lights look closer than they usually should be. But I'm just catching up him. You know what he was doing? He was driving north, all right, on Morse against the traffic
Oh my.
at night. I'm going like, holy shit! Like, I'm so happy there were no cars coming because those golf cart lights are very dim.
Oh yeah.
He was
Yeah.
on Morse, heading north against the traffic.
Oh my
In
God.
a golf cart?
In a golf cart. That was just before 11 p.m.
Yeah.
So I wanted to film it. Like, oh, I need to film this shit.
Was he drunk?
I don't know. I'm driving north on the right side. He's on the other side, opposite traffic. But I wanted to film it with my phone. Maria goes, leave him alone, leave it alone. No, I need to film this. So there's no car. I can park. Nobody's gonna. As I'm doing that, he started jumping the curve. You can see he's having trouble. And then you know when it's kind of wet, the golf cart is doing this.
Uh-huh.
And he got on the golf cart, but he realized like, holy shit.
Oh.
But you know what he
He
did?
didn't know he was on the
No,
road.
he started heading south. I'm going, holy shit. No, yeah. As soon as he got on the golf cart, but then he's going the other way. I'm going, I think he missed the exit. Oh, I missed my exit. You missed the entire road.
My guess is he's drunk.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
Almost 11.
Where was he at on Morse?
Just past 466, heading north.
No,
466A, sorry.
north of. So he's not the Lake Sumter yet.
No, we just left Brownwood, so he's closer to you
So
here.
I'm wondering if he went to Brownwood for whatever reason.
Well, there was plenty of people during the show.
But I'm just wondering if he got tanked down there.
You think?
Probably trying to find his way home.
It's no
Find
rain.
his way home.
There's no rain. Night is clear. I'm going like I'm trying to figure out how can you do that? Like what you need to do.
Because he's probably not been here real long, and he can't see the golf cart trail at night. You know how they are at night.
Yeah, but how you go from the golf cart trail on Morse for such a long stretch against the traffic? It wasn't a little bit. This guy crossed 466A. I'm heading up. Like I'm going. What?
I don't know, man. Drunk people.
That was fun.
How did a lady get out on I-75 heading south in her golf cart on the interstate,
Yeah, no.
and the cops had to make her pull over?
She was on the turnpike. She
Yeah.
left Brownwood. I remember that.
Right, but how does she not even realize that she's on an interstate?
Forget about the turnpike. How she went from Brownwood 44,
Yeah.
301,
Yeah,
and then took the turnpike.
they asked her all them
Yeah,
questions. She said she got lost.
Yeah, I don't know where I was.
I get
going.
lost, but I wouldn't think about getting on an interstate.
No.
Oh, and Racer Girl says, sounds like the road to Hana. My boys got so car sick in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The you can get car sick for sure.
Yeah,
I've seen
Curse of
that.
the Dead or whatever it was. Yeah, it sounds
I
like
remember
that,
we
so.
going up, like, even though it's not super big, one of the highest peak is over 5,000 feet. So you're going sea level, trying to cross that, and then down again. That gonna get you,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
especially
last week, Skip wore his T-shirt for the
for what?
T-shirt we got when we went to
I
the-
survived.
Yeah, the I Survived T-shirt for the
A famous road. I can't remember the name of it.
What?
now.
The Dragon.
The
Tail of the Dragon.
Where's that?
Tales of the Dragon. It's
In
a motorcycle.
California?
It's a motor,
California?
no, it's actually it's in Tennessee, North Carolina, right there. That it's a famous motorcycle road. You get to the top of the mountain up there, and there's all kinds of restaurants and places to go.
Really?
But it's like from there, like 316 curves in 11 miles. That's all you do
Oh,
constantly is this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, somewhere in there they take your picture, and for some reason we didn't get that picture.
Get it?
Oh.
Well, you got the T.
Buddy.
What the picture was is that there are stations up through there where people for some company, and every motorcycle that comes down this road, they take a picture of it. Take a picture. Then they go post it on their website,
And then you can download it.
and then you can. Well, no, you can. Yeah, you do, but I mean, but you can't print it. You download it, and then you pay the price,
there's a
and
watermark, probably.
they will.
We did the same thing with when we did the rapids, and we didn't get that picture either. But
We ever told you that story? How I hit her in the eye with the oar?
With a what? What's that?
An oar. You know what an oar is?
we did the rapids in Ocoee.
Oh,
Is it Ocoee?
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I hit her in the eye and blackened her eye.
Yeah. At that time, I was a lot smaller, and so this rubber boat going over these waves and what have you, I was bouncing up and down. I
We
ended
went
up
on
in the
the
floor.
White Water. What name of that river? I want to say Pigeon River, but I'm not sure. We also spent the night at a house that I think was a sanctuary for exotic animals. They had giraffes, they had ostriches, they had all kinds of stuff. It was a weird place to stay, but I had a good time
I was
there.
in Ocoee.
Ocoee?
Ocoee, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, here?
No.
Tennessee.
In
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay.
Yeah.
Look, this is a snapshot of one of the sections of that road in Puerto Rico.
Ah.
Just and you can see more. Like, you see what I mean? Like, and it's like miles and miles of that shit.
Well, that's a kind of the same
So
thing
this
as
is
the
the
tail of the
Piquina
dragon.
road that I was somebody was asking me. You see, so that's just an idea how that goes. From
Yeah, it's roads like that for the motorcycle up in Tennessee.
yeah, they do that also motorcycle run. But I never, I drove very little motorcycle. Puerto Rico's too nuts. I don't know.
Well, and they had.
You know, the funny thing about motorcycles are, even when you're on a curvy road, and don't ask me why, I don't know why, people do not get sick.
I don't.
I didn't, and I
But
hated
if you're in
the
a
tail of the
car, you
dragon.
could get sick.
You know why? Because it's enclosed. I think the motorcycle's open and you lean. Like you have to lean. So.
Well, it used to when we come over Mount Eagle. I always hated coming over Mount Eagle, but on the bike, it was no biggie. I don't know why, but it was just not a big deal. And now they've kind of straightened it out a little bit to what it used to be. But
We don't go that way. I haven't been across Mount Eagle in years.
well, I know, but the last time I crossed it, it wasn't near as bad.
You okay?
Like I said, they've kind of flattened it out a little bit.
No, they ain't flattened anything out.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, maybe I just got used to it, but
Only thing that they did do in Mount Eagle in a couple of areas, they added an extra lane for slow semi trucks.
oh, okay. Why I know that.
I mean, from that night, I told you I drove from the base in Kansas here, and that was at some point we were in some mountains like that, like,
Ready?
and there's ice and snow, and I'm going, I don't like this at all. And what I did was I told my son, stay behind that semi truck. Because I don't know what can cross the street and hit us.
Ready?
Let's use the semi truck as a safety. I don't care doing 10 miles an hour.
If nothing else, if you had a lot of snow, the tandem wheels on the back of a trailer makes you a path.
Yeah.
And it makes it a little easier to.
Also, I use it as a big thing to block whatever because I didn't know. It's dark, it's night. I had no idea where I was. And it's just going like this.
What state was you in?
It was from Kansas here, so I don't know what we crossed. I don't know what's in the middle. I know at some point we were in Tennessee.
Bye, wrestler.
Yeah, well, when you travel a lot, and I don't care what you're driving or anything, you do get to the point. He wants them lizards. That's all he does. He follows every one of them.
Well, what lizards? No lizards.
There's one over there. You just don't see it.
Yeah.
Hey,
but
what are you doing? You want some beer?
When you travel a lot,
there it goes.
You have a tendency to forget where you're at.
Go see.
You don't even know what state you're in.
Come here. Get over here. Relax.
He's a heathen. But he's our little heathen.
Hey, thanks for the super chat there, Medicare Guru. Appreciate it, buddy.
And
he's overheated.
Please give Buddy a Himalayan. Oh, let me tell you, if you don't know, if you're here, you would know that when it comes Wednesday, Buddy's the first to know what day of the week it is. I swear to God.
Here's your boo-boo.
He runs around in there, back and forth to the front door and back to wherever, and back to the door, back to wherever, back to the door.
To jump.
And if there is a Himalayan chewy in there that he hasn't chewed up, he carries that around with him.
He has
to bring out here.
Yeah. I give him a new one every Wednesday. And he knows it.
That's a week?
Shit, no, don't last a week.
I said they get down to the little nub.
That ain't the only one he gets during the week. He gets one all the time.
When they get down to this small and you worry about him choking on it, you're supposed to put it in the microwave and it puffs up like popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
Supposedly. I've never seen that.
Well.
Never make it to the microwave?
I've just never seen it.
Yeah.
Because he comes in my room all the
It's
time.
funny. You can tell he's overheated, but he doesn't drink water.
Yeah. And I said it was ice. Yeah, he's
I took baby yesterday on a golf cart, just a small ride, like I always do. And as I stopped somewhere, you can see she's like, oh my God, she's overheating. It's like 9:30, 10 in the morning. Like,
You take something back to Costco?
yes. Yes. Why did you get a notice?
Got to notice that they credited the credit card account
Okay.
$16.99.
Yeah.
So that means if you took it back, that's my money?
What's on the credit card? Do you use a credit card?
Remember, that's my credit card.
it doesn't matter. It's
That's what I said. Do
expired.
you use a credit card?
It's expired. He can't use it.
No, this one he's got is good. He just never.
It's like 3 years old.
Yep.
By the way, that bank is no longer. Like,
I know. I tried to get him to get rid of
yeah,
the app on his phone, and he said, "Well, it works."
to do
Not
what?
anymore.
The bank.
Now that Seacoast took over,
That's
my
right.
Citizen app quit working.
There's no Citizen anymore. Why should
That's
be
what I
an app?
told you. You know that you didn't need to get rid of it, and you said, "Oh, it still works."
Well, because it was working.
Well,
I
they
knew how it
probably
worked.
they
I knew
probably
how. I
did
knew if I punch this, I go there. If I punch that, I go here. When they get another different app, it's not going to be that way.
they probably give you a lead time, until they changed over. So that's why it was still.
It doesn't matter.
It's going to be seamless. Trust me. That's what he
It doesn't
said.
matter. The bank closed. What are you gonna do with the app?
Yeah,
There's no bank.
It was working.
but
They,
they
they didn't. They didn't really need to change anything other than the insignia.
they probably just give you 2 weeks leeway when they changed. That's all.
It's
That
just-
mine didn't. That's
anyway,
why
I got the new app. I was going to show you what it looked like, but I don't remember where
Yeah,
it
like
is.
any other app.
Well, I've got the new app. So,
You got the on your phone?
huh? Yes.
You do?
No, on the
That's when
microwave.
I told you to get rid of yours because I had the new one.
Am I the last one to even have the app?
Probably.
I got to sit down and do my books here.
If I had to bet, yes.
I can't even find it. I know it's on here somewhere.
That's how you are the last one.
Okay, that's potential spam. I know what that is. So, I keep getting these things about Medicare stuff, and it's scam, and I just
It's just that time of year.
well,
got
they
your
changed the
Medicare.
number,
Quit
so I
looking
can't.
at it. You don't even need it. You got your stuff. Just don't even look at it.
I know they call me. They call me constantly, and I can't get rid of it because they change the number every time. It's always a 317 number, but it's
I block all them calls, but I'm not sure that it actually works
yeah, well,
because they just call you back and a different number.
that's what they do. And I says, it's always a different
There should be
scam.
laws about this, and there should be an internet police to force this because that's thievery. They've stolen somebody else's number to camouflage their scam.
Yeah. Billy Jesus Sue tells Jose that my mother was from Utada, Puerto Rico.
From what?
Utada?
Utuado.
Utuado. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the higher mountains road.
Oh, okay.
Like, no,
Didn't your grandma live up on the mountains? Didn't you tell me?
we live in the coast.
Okay.
The grandma that used to beat you all the time.
Enough to make me a man.
Mickey.
She almost succeeded.
Is that what it was? Okay.
You know what? The worst part for me, my grandma wasn't the hit. If she ever caught me, is knowing she will, like because she had this little weird shit. Like if I do some screw up, she don't immediately go after me. She let it cool down,
Oh.
and then in my mind, oh, she forgot, right?
And that's when she got
3 weeks later, bam! The fuck was that for?
What was that for?
Because 3 weeks ago you did this. That was the worst part.
Oh, yeah.
I think my grandma on my mom's side, her dad was a German Nazi. I keep saying that because I don't have no proof on it, but I swear to God he is. And he was mean and everything. And grandma was from Sweden, and she came over here. And how they met, I don't know, but she came after the war and came over here. And they had 12 kids. I know, crazy, right? That's back when they had midwives. They didn't go to the hospital to have babies. The midwife came to their house, and I can remember Mom telling me I was born on that kitchen table right there.
Yeah,
So-
that's a thing in the past too.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Boy, what a cook though! 12 kids and her old man. She could cook. And every time I've seen Grandma, really in my mind, the picture is Grandma's got this big apron on that
Yep.
goes down to her ankles actually, and she's in the kitchen cooking bread. I
Hey,
don't even think people cook bread anymore.
And just the
biscuits
sweetest person. She really was.
and pies.
Yeah. My earliest memory is trying to go back in time as far as I can get. I remember the washer machines had these pins that you stuck your hand It has like a little thing on the side so you can open it. That shit hurts. Like in
Yeah.
order to get the clothes, like I don't know, like that. But it had these little rollers, and you put it through, and I put my hand through, and that shit hurts.
Wow.
I still
Um,
can't find my app, and I know it's on here.
and Billy
Just
Jesus asked him, "Where are you from in Puerto Rico?"
Me?
Yeah,
My family is from a little town next to Bad Bunny's town.
next
The
to what?
singer, the Bad Bunny singer.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There's two similar towns called Vega Baja and Vega Alta. There's one next to each other.
Oh,
Does your
okay.
app look like that?
So
What?
from the town next to the town that Bad Bunny
I
is
don't
from,
have that bank.
wherever that
You
is.
don't?
Mm.
Oh,
So that's the northern side of the island on the coast. Maria is opposite to me on the southern part of the island on the coast too. Um, that's about it.
He said my grandfather raised coffee, plantains, and rabbits on a farm in the mountains.
Yeah, all coffee growers are in the mountains. Like I mean, it's not impossible, but it's gonna taste bad if you grow coffee on the coast. Like, it doesn't work.
And Jen Smith
I'm
wants to know
trying to
what's
think real quick. Somebody sent me an email the other day, said wanting to know if Guru changed his phone number.
They
Because
just wrote it here.
they said they were trying to get a hold of him, left him messages, and he never got back with him. And then I got to looking at the app, that the phone number on the app, I think, and the email address. He sent me another copy of it, and I got to looking. It was different. So I put the new logo for the Guru on last week, which I don't think people will see.
Somebody asked that question today
Did they?
on Discord.
Yeah.
okay.
It'll be on, I believe, this week's news on Friday on YouTube.
Also, you can send him a message directly on Discord. He's always
But
responds.
some of these people ain't Discord members.
No, the one I saw, it was on Discord asking, "Hey,
Uh,
did they change the number or something?" Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's on Discord. He
I
gets
know.
on there, but I don't know how often because he just
He
got
comes
back.
and goes.
He just got back from Noblesville, Indiana,
Yeah.
which I know you can do this in Noblesville, but I don't know he pays attention when he's on vacation.
Okay.
I don't pay attention when I'm here.
We all know.
Yeah.
We can tell.
Jen Smith wants to know what's new with Judy. She's doing okay.
Judy?
I said me and her went to
Who's that?
Judy P.
I know.
We went and tried out Zanzibar, a new
Oh, I saw the
new
pictures.
restaurant down in Middleton.
I saw your pictures. I don't know if that was her or you.
Well, I just put pictures of the food,
Yeah.
basically.
I thought you
But-
were with him. He doesn't try that.
No, we weren't
He
with
doesn't-
Skip. It's
that's
just
a
me and
waste of
Judy.
money. Yeah.
One of those days when I run away from home. Yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, we went down there and tried it out. It was a nice little restaurant.
Somebody else told me about that place that they like it.
I like
maybe
the-
I want to say Razor Girl. We had on Saturday we went outside the bubble to a place in Mineola, and I think we were talking about that she liked it. The price were okay. The food was okay.
Where'd you go?
Crook Can Beer
Never heard
or
of it.
Crooked? I don't know. It's a place that it's what Sogras should have been,
Mhm.
but the right way. And they built one on the turnpike. Like you can see, they had one in Winter Garden for years. It's called Plant Street Market. I've been there many times. So now they open a second one in Mineola, very close to the turnpike. I mean, they don't have that many food places like the first one, but that place is 2 story. It's humongous. It's like when it's finished, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
And they have like
Gary's posting the old information. I don't know about that phone number. I'd have to check, but I can tell you that FabianInsurance.com is not his email anymore. It's like crmorrison at yahoo.com. Or
Well,
something.
and he's on here.
Yeah, he's there.
He's on
He
here.
can
He
operate.
posted himself.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's on up there.
Some beer.
But he may have left by now.
well, that's true. But yeah, Judy's doing fine, honey. Yeah, she. And like I said, we're gonna have dinner with her again Saturday. So, but she's doing good.
Yeah, I'm going to have dinner with my whole W&L crew. I haven't done that for a long time.
That was an easy decision.
So we're going to go to a place that I really don't
Where are we
like.
going?
To the place you mentioned. The place
I
you
didn't
wanted to
mention
go.
it.
I
You're
didn't
the
mention.
one.
I didn't
Don't even
mention
deny
that.
it.
No.
I swear to God, next
Look,
time we have
look,
dinner and I
no.
put it up for
I don't
vote,
care.
you're going to be
No.
out. I'm not sending you that message.
Okay, I'll show up anyways. I'll find you. But this is what happened. I didn't ask for that place. Linda did.
No, you did.
Linda said,
I got the email.
"How about tequila or whatever?"
Yeah,
and I
'cause she
said,
didn't like
"Actually, I said I'm okay with Magueyes, no Moguiais." And she said, "Oh, I don't like that one." So
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you came up with this other one saying, I really like this one. And then you posted pictures of you, your wife, and your granddaughter eating there.
we just did that on.
That was
on
your
Sunday.
idea.
We just went Sunday. My son came. He liked it. Say, let's go. All right.
I like it.
Yeah.
There, so.
I can go
I know.
again.
I can't say. Last time I ate there was with Laura Lampy. She was down here.
Tequila Cantina.
Yeah, because
But before it was called differently.
Yeah.
Naldo's. Naldo's.
and I don't remember what it was called.
Naldo's.
What was it called?
Naldo's. It
Naldo's.
was the name before tequila.
Yeah.
I went there. I remember.
Say the name again.
Naldo's.
Naldos. Naldo's.
And it was something else before that.
Well, that's where the Village's Idiots had their.
Yeah, that was when it was kind of a salad thing.
Right.
I can't
Well,
think
like
what
one
they-
of those tomato things, salad,
Yeah, it
whatever.
wasn't that.
whatever.
It was something on that order. Yeah.
Kind of like a cafeteria
Yeah.
thing.
And then
though.
Naldo's was in there, and then Tequila Cantina took over. So
Yeah. And then Beef O'Brady now is Paisanos.
yeah.
In the same building.
And I've not been to that one.
Yeah,
I've been to
me
this one
neither.
down here, but I've not been to the new ones.
And down, keep going down Publix is that bagel place that we went, Jeff Bagels,
This
Yeah.
place we're going to is not Paisanos.
next to it.
Yeah. It's next
So
to it.
there's
They
a
built a
place-
new one
They
next to
build
it.
a new Paisanos there.
It was
Why
Beef
don't we go to
O'Brady's.
Paisanos?
We can.
I like Paisanos.
Well, we can.
Everybody likes Paisanos.
Well, we'll be in the same area,
It-
so once we get
look,
there to make up your
This
mind.
is tequila, this is Paisanos. It's
They're-
20 feet away.
Yeah,
we can
right next
switch.
door.
Yeah, both are great.
Yeah.
Let's do
Okay.
Paisanos. Just
Um,
to F up somebody is mine. It's
Okay.
getting hot already. You see, I
I
have
understood that
Jeez.
Judy was working on her rental property down there because there was a problem. I don't know what the problem was at all, but that's what I heard.
Isn't that a new home?
Yeah, the rental home she had, she rented it out to a full-time person that's rented it.
It really
a
screwed
single
up.
guy. Well, I don't know. Somebody just told me she'd been real busy working on that home.
Because that home is new, right? She bought it new,
It's
right?
new, yeah.
Yeah, she bought it new.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's just small. It's just a one-bathroom,
Yeah.
one-bedroom.
Yeah, one of those little patio villas. I remember.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
Billy
in a
says-
weird area, I think. For
Ask-
me. 'Cause
ask Jose
I
about
couldn't
Panda
figure out
Alga.
how to get out of there and get over to
What?
Panda Alga?
Pan de agua. Pan de
Oh, okay.
agua. You know Cuban bread? You know Cuban bread? When you go to Polish, it's Cuban bread?
Yeah.
Well, pan de agua is the Puerto Rican version.
Oh, okay.
But it's more soft. The Cuban bread is a little bit more hard on the crust. The pan de agua is similar, but it's softer.
Okay.
Or pan sobao is called sweet bread. That's very Puerto Rican. You can find that on Walmart here.
And we had a hi from Mimi Alf. Said she was late getting in, and Noelle Marie says got in late. Hello from Castle Rock, Colorado. Love watching the two of you. I'm also a Hoosier. Well, great, Noelle. They said we do love Indiana.
I don't.
We do, but like I said, we love our home in the villages too.
You know, it's funny. Like I understand. Even like people I know from Puerto Rico, they do that a lot. But I'm the kind of guy. If I move away from a place, I move away. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's fun while it lasted. Now this is home.
When I like going to visit, but yeah, this is home.
This is home. Like I adapt. Like, all right, yeah.
Oh, and Wayne Carr says, tell Jose I love the historic section of the villages.
I do. I've been there 5.5 years.
Yeah.
Actually,
And
5.
there's nothing, what's not to love? It's like the rest of the villages. It's got everything that you need right there. It's just that, that you can.
We're getting a Culver's across this. I can walk to the
The
Culver's.
Culver's, really?
Yes.
Cool.
Where are they putting it at?
You know the Shea Boulevard gate? There's always a man, somebody there. There's no gate. Right there. You cross that right there.
Wow.
On the other side of the road?
On that side of the road, like you can go with golf cart because that's illegal part. But I'm talking, it's
Now,
called.
is this a real rule or is this a made-up rule?
No, it's a real rule. It's 35 miles an hour.
I think it's a made-up rule.
No, I see a bunch of them doing it wrong. I did it once.
Oh, they're doing it, so it's okay for you to do it.
When I had the Yamaha, I went out. I was going to 7-Eleven. And then I realized I'm in the golf cart, right? And I already passed the gate. I'm going, holy shit. So I U-turn and I'm waving at the guy. But right there,
It happens.
The culvert's going to be there. They're already cleaning some trees. So they already started.
Yeah. When you got a business like any restaurant or whatever, and if it goes good, it don't take long. There's a 2 and a 3.
Yeah. I always say, if you have money, like if I have money, I will, in a heartbeat, I will buy a Culver franchise here because that's a Wisconsin business, meaning Northwest, right? And a lot of people here love Culvers. I like it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm talking when you go there, it's like sheep fillet. It's always packed, always packed. And so they're going to be, and Maria loved it. So
I
I'm
like
going,
their ice cream.
that was a
She
mistake.
don't go for the burger. She gets the other
Shrimp.
shrimp.
Fillet de
Yeah.
shrimp.
Yeah. And I like the fish.
Yeah, the fish.
The
and
fish
shrimp.
is really good. Yeah.
But it's funny,
not
like
soggy.
it's gonna be literally across the Shea Boulevard gate,
Wow.
right there.
That's cool.
So you can drive your golf cart over there.
I can. if I speed up. You know what's funny?
You
There's
do
always
hurry.
police cars in that parking lot.
There
Always.
is, yeah.
But
Like,
they probably won't bother you if you drive
oh, they
fast car
will.
over there.
They will.
Yeah, because between that filling station and the bar over there, there's
You know
always
the new
problems.
7-Eleven, remember, with the tree, the
Yeah.
whole thing? Next to the 7-Eleven is one of those cannabis places, sunny side up, I don't know, the next building. It used to be a bank,
Yeah,
BBT or something.
There's a lot of interesting stuff up there in the historical area
Yeah.
that you really don't see all over the villages.
No.
There's a golf cart store that I used to go to all the time. Not a golf cart store, a golfing store up
Yes.
there that had
Oh, there's a huge one.
yeah, they got the shoes, the clubs,
Oh,
they
there's
got
one of
everything.
those
You go back there in the
the
back.
size of a half a target, like that kind.
Yeah, and they got the computer screen back there for you could if you don't want to.
A simulator.
Yeah, because if you want to buy a
And you-
$400 driver, you want to know if this
Then-
driver is going to be good for you.
Give me-
And so they got a computer screen
Give me
back
that.
there where you can hit these balls into
So
the
the
computer
shoe is
screen
very
and
easy.
test them out.
Yeah, they have.
Do
They
they have a
also.
gun shop?
Oh,
Yeah, they
I
put a
don't-
tire place in. Oop,
I don't
But down
know.
here, I just noticed things like that. Down here, I can think of 3 different places.
There's a gun shop by
Yeah, Brownwood's got right there.
yeah, but when you go to where your tunnel is on Powell Road, the 7-Eleven before, it's a gun shop there. I can't remember the name. It's a big one.
yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
that's
remember.
Brownwood.
Yeah, across the apartments, right?
Right.
Apartment, yes.
And then
I mean-
there's one on 44. If you turn left down there, there's one.
Make no mistake, we tried to get a new villa like Judy's, but a little bigger, right? But that was it, and we almost did until they said no. You need to change the law to commercial to what do you call it? Not FHA, the other one. I'm going.
HOA?
No. The FHA.
I'm talking
FHA.
about
We had the
loans.
loan approved, right? X amount, ready to go. And the villages for new homes, they didn't want that. They wanted like a conventional. And I'm going, I'm not changing this. So all right, fuck it.
Yeah.
But
Was this in the villages?
yes,
That's why you want to do business with Citizens Bank back then, because that developer owned that. Everything gets
yeah,
approved.
but but they had this little rule
Yeah.
that
they didn't wanna
they
take
didn't want
FHA.
whatever.
Oh, that is true. I do remember that now.
It has to be conventional, so that requires more down payment and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so we ended up there, right? And we were skeptical, like, okay, we're gonna buy a manufactured home, whatever. And to be honest, I'm so happy, like I'm not moving anywhere.
When I said, we rented over there
You'd have
several
to ask
times.
for permission anyway.
Yeah, well, she's free to go.
Yeah, but like I said, they have everything that the rest of the neighborhood is. They're just a little bit more compact. Because I could walk the whole place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It
also
is-
even those homes, we have more space between the homes. I mean, I know
Yes.
these are larger homes, but the spacing between the homes is way more.
Yes,
I
yes.
like that. Yeah.
have more of a yard and everything. Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm by golf cart, except Home Depot, Best Buy, that area. Except those, the rest you can go by golf cart. I mean, anything.
Oh yeah.
It's easy. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, and yeah.
They're
like I
gonna
said, I
make a
don't-
Portillo's there too. Well, that's not by golf cart. You know the
Amen.
hot dog place in Middleton. We're gonna have one.
Now, Noelle Marie says, I hope to move to the villages with my husband probably 10 years from now. It's my dream retirement community. Luckily, since I watch Skip's News, I'm not ignorant to the surrounding area. Just wish it was gated. Well, it is gated, but it's not.
No, hold on. In Puerto Rico, in order to be safe, you have to be in a gated place.
Yeah.
And we were for many, many, many years. So when we left and we went first to Miami, the first thing we did, let's find a gated community, and we did, right? And then when we left Miami to Orlando, same deal, but less and less. And to be honest, after we left that home, being for many, many years in a true gated community, this is better. I like it.
Well, and I said, this is a community with gates. It's not a gated community.
Yeah.
There's a difference. And I say, because
I-
the roads out here are
I
public.
can tell you horror stories in gated communities, people jumping and stealing and killing and
And
whatever.
we got, we have
Well,
have
Deb's
gates.
next door neighbor over there.
Oh, do you remember that lady that killed that lady?
She killed her next door neighbors, and that was a brand new gated community, and the guard was on
Yeah.
duty.
Yeah.
To be
and they
honest,
snuck under a fence.
I see more here. Either the community watch little patrols, or not so much down here, but at least where I live, the Lady police. I mean, they are constantly.
Oh, and I've noticed
patrolling.
south of 44, Wildwood is down there all the time.
Yeah.
The Wildwood
So
place.
the
Yeah.
Here
police.
where we're at, we're under Sumter County
Sheriff.
deputies and whatever supervision. I don't think I've seen in 11 years, 12 years, I might have seen one.
Yeah.
And that was because a fire truck went down here because somebody had a heart attack.
Yeah.
They don't come through here at all.
No, where I live,
Yeah.
it's a constant patrolling. I like it.
Because
And
you're
Noel
there.
Marie, I wish
No.
you luck, but probably in 10 years we won't be here.
Yeah.
You're the shady foreigner that moved in.
Maybe that's why I said somebody speaking a foreign language.
Okay, what did I miss? Let's see. Retired fire chief says Ira mentioned on Monday that the Natives restaurant is rumored to be opening another location at Finney Grill.
The what?
It's a possibility that Natives, Harry and
Oh,
the
the Harry
Natives.
and the natives.
The way I
And
understand it, from
send-
what I've seen, somebody has already taken it over. They just haven't announced who.
Well, I guess on Ira, he said that he thought it was Harry and the Natives taking over.
I don't know. They haven't
Yeah.
announced yet.
Which that would be great because they did a heck of a job down here with this one. It's no longer Harry and the Natives. It's just the Natives.
Oh, they changed the name already.
Yes. I don't know. Harry's not involved in it anymore, evidently. So.
Harry's gone. Mrs. Harry divorced him.
Maybe I got this wrong, but isn't that group or owner had another one before here and they closed it?
They did.
Yeah, they
Right?
did. They did.
Yeah,
That's why it took so long to get this one built.
There's a lot of
Because they're
money
still
on that
dealing
one.
with that. Yeah.
I
Like
don't
I
know.
said, this one's great now. But yeah, that would be good if they did because
We
I
had
said
Sue's
they've done
birthday
it.
party down there. I'll say one thing about the outside seating.
Really? And I wasn't there.
Well, you was.
Too.
I know.
But
I'm just see how far.
my point about all this is
Nobody
that the outside seating is probably about one of the best outside seating
long as
areas
it's not
in
hot.
all of the.
Yeah,
villages.
the Lakeview part. I
Yeah.
agree with that. But fall, winter, maybe early spring. You take me now, forget it. It's not gonna happen. It's too hot.
Well, they got fans out there.
I don't.
Yeah.
There's a fan next to
But they
me
do
right
have
now.
an inside. The inside's kind of boring, but they do have an inside.
I know, but we
Yeah.
went there on the outside and it's nice.
Well, their food has improved so much to what it used to
From
be. When
where
they
we were?
first opened, it was awful.
Yeah.
But like I said, they've got it down pat now, and that's what I find about a lot of the new ones. It takes them a while to really get.
Yeah, I say don't go to brand new restaurants for a while.
Yeah.
And some of them never make it. They just.
Well, and that's why I wanted to try out the Zanzibar because I'd like to take the ladies' lunch there. I do the ladies' lunch every month, and I'd like to take the ladies' lunch there. But I try them out first. I never go without
before
trying
you
them out.
take the group.
Yeah, so Judy and I tried it out, and I said we really liked it, both of them.
Yeah, I
But
think
now
it is
I don't do food reviews anymore because of the way I eat. Everybody wants to see something besides a salad, and so I don't eat much meat anymore. So I just don't do that.
Yeah, your favorite banana split is just $7 this week, all days for a whole week.
Yeah, it's on
Is
sale.
that bad?
No.
I was gonna say that sounds okay to me.
Okay.
So
Sure.
it's-
It's $10 versus 7.
I don't know. You always paid, so I have no idea.
Always paying. Yeah.
You always pay.
Well, the ice cream. That's after we spend $100 in wings.
Yeah, I go out to dinner and I'll pay that $50 or $60 to feed this fat ass.
And then I
But then he
pay.
says, "Here, let's go to dessert. I'm buying," and I go get a $7 banana split.
Well,
That's how it
you
works
should
out.
just thank him for being your
You
friend.
know, we went there Sunday and
He wants to take me over to show me this new restaurant that he's working with. I don't understand a damn word they're saying because everybody in there speaks Spanish.
how come Linda was there and she understood? How come Rachel Girl was there and she understood?
See, I didn't even understand what he just said right then. Something about Linda and Racer Girl.
Put your damn hearing aids in every once in a while. That's the biggest
I don't
problem.
want to hear
At least I'm gonna give you one word: Q-tips.
Q-tip. I ain't got anything to do with
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, I did not know that. But that I would be open to that if they did open Finney Grill because I figured it was going to be another FMK. But they just opened the 3 in Sawgrass, so maybe they're kind of full up right
Notice
now.
over here, all the dead trees are gone.
Where?
Next door, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Remember all
that's the name.
none of them ever came back
Yeah.
all around the house. Like a group of guys came out 2 days ago. They cut them out of the ground. They had to take a saw and cut the roots out, and then they pulled them out of the ground.
Yeah.
Then they came back the next day and they planted those little things there, which I think those are the same things as what was in there. That's how big that was right there when I planted them there.
Yeah. I mean, it looks nice.
Yeah.
People they ain't even here.
It doesn't matter. At least they keep it all right. I mean, as long as they keep it all right.
It looks okay. I just don't know how he knew that the bushes were dead. He has no outside.
Probably has a camera.
Where do you see a camera?
I don't know.
Her sister lives in one of the other villages.
Huh?
Her sister lives in one of the other villages. They come and check on it every once in a while.
Well, I'm
they've
out.
got a camera.
I'm right there, and I keep an eye on all this corner right here, and I haven't seen a car over there in months.
Well, like I said, they do have cameras on
At one
everything.
point, it looked like one of them was going to come back, and then it just.
Ours was like that too. The one in the back, half of it's dead. The other half isn't. But like
Well,
I
that's
don't,
what happened then. That used to have 4 stands, and one of them
Is
got
that
broke
coming
up.
back?
No, well, no, it used to have 4 stands.
Is that coming back? That one chopped out right there.
No,
yeah, but we're gonna have it dug up.
we're digging that up.
Yeah, but you know, I keep looking. These are hollies, holly
are
bushes,
okay.
and then this is a privet hedge over here, and it's got the same stuff on it. It's got the lichen on it, and they eventually are going to come out. I know.
You never know. Maybe I could take all them bushes out, have them put in some pavers right here in the whole area, and get some to come out here and put a nice little thing to go out there. We'll just do away with them bushes.
Sure.
Oh,
I know who to call.
let's see. Yeah, retired Barshi says Harry got shaved. Yes, he did.
Hey,
I find some of the better restaurants for me anyway aren't even in the villages really. Is there? Well, some are like
in the village,
Olive Garden's in the villages, but it's not part of
to
the
me,
villages.
the best steak is Texas Roadhouse. Period.
Yeah.
The
I
price,
like Texas
the
Roadhouse.
price you pay and what you get is just you can't beat that.
Okay, whose lap? Whose lap do you want?
There's only one complaint that I've got about Texas Roadhouse.
What's that?
Is the thing that everybody else likes. I said I don't like it. I don't prefer it. Is that honey butter?
The bread?
The honey butter that they
Yeah.
bring you from.
Oh, the bread.
Yeah, he doesn't like the honey
I
butter.
don't
It's
like
cinnamon butter. It's not honey butter.
It's cinnamon honey. Yeah,
Maybe that's what it is.
I love it, but
Yeah.
he doesn't like it. He wants regular
I,
butter.
I always get the regular butter. If
But
I
he
can
asked
get it.
for it, they give it to him. So it's no biggie.
I
Then we
go for
went
the
to-
steak. I don't care about the butter.
Well, the thing about Roadhouse is no matter where you go to it, everything comes out the same. We went to the one up there in Ocala.
They're very
twice.
consistent. That's what I like. It's
And-
consistency.
And that's what we liked about Olive Garden. Wherever you go, they're pretty
The
consistent.
one that surprised me, even though we had it in Spanish Springs and they moved here, is Outback.
Out back.
The one by Target on 466.
We've
That
been
was the
there.
same one. They moved. And even back there, it's because Outback, depending where you go, it might be good, it might not be. But this one, I like. I don't know why. It's always very consistent, very good, very nice.
First trip there, we didn't like.
Yeah, we went to the Outback over here when it was fairly new, and we got lucky. I think we got a waitress in there, waitress, server, what you want to call them, and she was fairly new living here. She just come from some
Okay.
and got her job, and she's telling the story how she got here, how she found out about the place. Her son was down here, and he was doing something, whatever. And I forget what her story was, but it's pretty interesting to listen to her.
Yeah.
She's kind of like you. Like people ask, do you swim to Puerto Rico to get here? Or did you get in the inner tube?
Yeah. I got asked that question while in the Air Force. That was easy.
No, but the waitress down at Zanzibar was the same way. You know, we knew her whole life story. Where she lives and everything.
I
Really,
find it
really sweet
interesting
person.
how people found the place. I know how we found the place. We've told our story.
Yeah.
But other people find it different ways. One guy told me through some golf cart magazine or golf course magazine.
On top of the world, I fly remote control planes, right? We have a magazine every month from the organization that I belong to. Since I can recall, in the 80s when I started doing that, on top of the world always had an ad, even this month. So a full page ad because they have the runway like flew, and there's always announcing in a magazine that has nothing to do with homes, just planes. They're always there. And I remember I started probably 83 getting that magazine. Always. So they know something.
Well, yeah, I used to go when I'd go to the gym. They had 2 channels on the TV at the gym, and
Back home.
and one was
back home in Indiana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I said I'd go to the gym and they had a TV in there and they had 2 channels, all they had on it, and one was Fox News, and the other was ESPN. Well, I wasn't that interested in sports at the time, and so I'd watch the Fox News, and they always had the Village advertised with the song "The Villages."
That I kind of heard about the Villages. I delivered maybe 3 times when I was working for Amazon, but I never realized what it was. Just another home, right?
Yeah.
Until that day that Maria saw the sign and.
Well, and like I said, I seen that commercial a million times and just never paying attention to it. Then when we were traveling down here, You know, we were with the grandkids coming
And
back
then
from Disney,
staying over here.
and we seen the bridge over there in Spanish Springs, the bridge going across the highway, and
the
stopped
number
to see
one,
what
the
it
number
was,
one
you know.
bridge.
But yeah,
I'm gonna do a short video this week about kind of an update in Spanish Springs, and you're gonna see how Paradise is coming along. Like those guys are full steam ahead. Like
yeah.
that she's moving.
Take a picture of the library.
Well, I can't because they still had this construction. You know, there's a church in a corner there, right? So they dug. They used to be like this, and now they clear all that dirt, and the parking lot is like very like it's weird.
Okay.
I want to take a picture of that. And
Okay.
the library, remember, they changed. It's gonna be larger. Like it's now with the building.
Okay, so they're still doing construction there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
the building is massive. And also another area that I like that I saw, I was under the impression that they were rebuilding the little shack for the shows where they keep the chairs and whatever. Now it's a golf cart, another one of those golf cart parking with roof
Yeah.
for the Margarita Report behind Margarita Report. Well, it's no longer that
Yeah.
the apartments. So they did that. Also, remember when you walk from the square through Kilwins, there's a little tunnel towards the parking lot. As soon as you exit, there was a big fountain. They took that out. There's
Did
no,
they?
oh yeah, now it's parking. That was like a little place you can walk.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I know that when you picked up your stuff from the Helping Hands, was their
remember
office
back
was
there?
back there. Yeah.
Yo, now it's a parking.
Kind of too late for this. Okay. Well,
What you
I
do?
guess
Are you in
we're
a
gonna
hurry?
have to quit here pretty soon.
Got to leave at 2 o'clock.
Okay. And I said,
Happening.
all I really
Bye.
got is College Color Days has already started. If you want to give to that, you know, the college of your choice, and then the that's the food drive, the fun drive, and then they have the big doings on September 4th at Lake Sumter, and then the Monday and Friday night car shows will return starting September 18th at Brownwood, and this on the 18th will be the Camaro Club, but all the different clubs in the villages take turns having the car shows. And I said one's at Brownwood, one's at Lake Sumter. But starting in September, Brown's Adventure Farm and Country Store is hosting its Junk in the Trunk outdoor event. Be twice a month, first Saturday and third Sunday at the farm, 13940 Highway 301 in Oxford. And that's kind of fun. I don't think anybody likes it in 100-degree weather, but you know it will cool down eventually.
Look, AC for
But
you.
I think we're going to have to go.
Skippy's in a hurry.
Yeah.
Thanks, moderators.
But he has to go in.
Appreciate you guys coming.
Love y'all.
Bye bye.
Yeah.